Welcome to episode number 40 of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. I am him, he, the host Tuck. And as always, I have a great show for you. Mentally Paralyzed. On today's show, we will be talking about people that are mentally paralyzed, handicapped by their choices, decisions, and ideas. Ideas about relationship, the person they chose, and the decision they made when it didn't work out. Hopefully, this episode would help you, cripple bastards. But before I get into, there is something I must do, and that's allow my panel a chance to introduce themselves. So, to my right,
Smith Spit. Glad to be here on episode 40 with the homie.
All right. I'm Jessica. You can follow me on Instagram at _Jess_Michelle_.
I'm Damon. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Tuck _88.
I'm Jess. You can find me on Instagram at Jenna Juice.
mentally paralyzed. Now, I want to ask y'all, when it comes to something that can paralyze a person, I'm going to start with trauma. Should trauma have an expiration date?
I don't think it can expire.
I think it should.
But I don't,
Can't be healthy for you.
Yeah, it
in
ain't
the long
healthy.
run.
But the word itself, trauma, is something that lasts and sticks with you. Even when you, quote unquote, are over it, it's still, the effects are still there.
It's more so the reaction versus the trauma itself, your response to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trauma should have a expiration date. And if you a grown ass adult talking about you have childhood trauma, something wrong with you. Especially if you can identify where the trauma is coming from. Now, if you don't know why you lashing out or acting up, then I get you. But if you know where your trauma is coming from, and now your circle around you have to adapt to your trauma, then something is wrong with you, or either you're addicted to your trauma. A lot of people don't know how to be nothing but victims. It's like if you give up your trauma, you don't even know what your identity is anymore. Now, I agree with y'all when it comes to like, anybody can be victimized. Anybody, anywhere, anytime, by anybody can be victimized. But it's up to you to choose to be a victim. And when you accept trauma in your life, you are now saying it's okay to be a victim. That's why people walk around with trauma like a badge of honor. Like, I saw this clip where this dude said that he talked loud. And his wife had to teach him that he needed to not talk as loud because she used to get verbally abused by her dad when she was a child. So now he lowers his voice in the house. Not that he yell at her. It's just that it triggers her because of her childhood trauma. Now, how does that help her? By lowering his voice.
It
Hold
don't.
on. Can I curse?
She just live with it.
You can't do
I
it.
just want to make sure.
You the right podcast.
So basically, he walking around his house being a bitch ass nigga.
A fucking sucker.
Like,
Absolutely.
let me be quiet. I don't want to.
But he said it, which I'll show you the clip after this. But he said it as if this is the way to do that. He do it. First of all, I don't want to kill him because he is doing it out of love. But how do you train her to handle her trauma? Because that's the only atmosphere she can control.
She's not facing it.
Now, how can she control it at work when you don't even know and she wants you to talk? Stop raising your
I'm
voice.
not. I'm not. But at the same time, like, I think he's been the bigger person in the situation by adjusting himself. You know
He's
what
being
I'm saying?
a Band-Aid in the situation.
Yeah.
That's his only thing of like his way of fixing it.
Covering
Like
it up, yeah.
like accommodating her for the time being. She's never gonna get over the trauma if she don't deal with the root issue.
Yeah.
They always told me that a wound can't heal if you keep picking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep bringing up your trauma, how does it heal?
I disagree with that necessarily. Like if you keep bringing it up, because sometimes some people use their trauma. If they're over it, they just bring it up just to see how far they come. Like you can't forget that type of stuff because how do you know like where you came from. Like, you know, sometimes you use it and it helps you become a better person.
But it could
Like, if
also
you
make you
develop from
relapse
it.
too, though. Or it can make you relive that trauma by bringing it to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about it or putting it back out on the floor could make you relive that experience again.
It depends
mentally.
because like
Depends
you
on
think
the
about like
person.
women that's been in like domestic violence situation, then they go and become people that speaks to other women about it, and they relive their trauma all the time because they heal from it, and now they're sharing their story to help heal other people. So no, they should not just silence the whole thing like, oh, I'm healed from it, I ain't gonna mention again, it's gonna come back.
Not saying they shouldn't mention it, but like you gotta like our minds and our brains are funny things. Like when you start talking about it again, you putting that energy back out into the universe.
You can't relive something without his feelings.
Yeah,
Like when you think about a day that you were happy, you get happy. Like that's a natural response to anything. It's like dopamines that go off.
Yeah.
So like when you think about you missing your parents, that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just depends on the person. Like everybody handles their trauma differently. Everybody operates out of their trauma differently. For some people, just like she said, talking about it, it may actually help them. Like I know certain things that I may have endured or been through, me actually being able to verbalize it and talk about it to other people, it helps me. Because at one point with certain things, I couldn't verbalize. I couldn't talk about it. When I would try, a person just may become emotional about it. But when you're actually able to verbalize it and talk to other people about it, with some people, that's a form of healing for them. So it really depends on the person.
Yeah.
Right. But when you do like when you hold on to trauma, this is how people have fucking lifetime therapists. Because usually you go for a problem, y'all help fix it, but somehow you got to keep a therapist all the time. It's similar to people that go to the gym and get a personal trainer. Okay, the goal is to get fit, and then you're supposed to let go. But some people keep a personal trainer all their lives. Like they keep a therapist all their lives. Show me, and then a therapist, because they get past the trauma, now your therapist is damn near your God. Because he's your guide to life now. And you shouldn't have a therapist for life.
The thing that'll make you really think about that more is the fact that a lot of therapists need a therapist because they're receiving all this all the time. Where are they going to offload it? You get what I'm saying? Like they're talking to client after client, hearing their trauma and their issues, and that starts to build up in them and their psyche. They need a therapist sometimes to help them offload all these things that they've been receiving.
So do we keep trauma for life?
Yeah, you never, once you traumatize, you'll never get over it. But what the goal is being able to learn the tools to be able to cope with the trauma so that you can operate better. You're still going to get triggered about things. Like it's times now I may get triggered about things, but I know how, okay, when I'm triggered, I know when I'm triggered, but I know how to control myself and I know how to manage it. Trauma is going to always stick with you. It's never going to go away.
I think trauma is coached to stick with you. I don't think it just stick with you. If that was the case, that I would grieve my mother all the time. Like people
That's
die,
trauma, but that doesn't mean that, you know,
people die though, and you get past it. You have a grieving stage, but you get past it.
But you still remember it.
You remember it
because
but you're
it
not
was traumatizing.
Yeah.
No, it's no longer trauma for me.
It's not trauma for you. You heal from it, but it still was trauma.
You may not act out. You may not act out of trauma. Meaning some people operate. Some people they operate out of trauma. You may not operate out of your trauma because you may have healed. You may have found the tools to learn how to cope with it.
That's exactly
but
what
it's still there. You're
So-
just not operating out
So
of that.
do happiness last a lifetime?
No.
Then how the hell could trauma?
It's the difference.
How could both? How could that one
Because
last for a
happiness
life?
is a feeling. It's a feeling that comes and goes. Trauma is something that you went through. You didn't ask. It might have been out of your control, and you went through it. It's an experience. Trauma
If you want to
is
be
an type of
technical,
that out your
experience.
brain.
like if you want to be technical, the trauma itself is isolated to the time that it happened. We're talking about the effects, the impact that the trauma had on you that is sticking with you. The trauma is happening real time. right? Like if somebody gets assaulted or something, they got assaulted in that moment. They're not getting assaulted when they're thinking about it. They're not getting assaulted an hour later, right? That assault already happening, but the effects of how they felt and how it impacted them mentally, spiritually, whatever, that's what carries on. You get what I'm saying? The trauma itself is already over.
All you niggas out here that's traumatized, you in your 40s talking about your daddy won't there.
Yeah,
He
get that
ain't
up,
gonna
man.
never be there.
Get that up. He gone.
He fucking gone. Tell me what benefits does trauma have holding on to it?
Yeah.
If
and-
you're
To
not
me, that's
healed
not-
from
to
it,
me-
then
True.
yeah.
But I think in
It-
that aspect of it, a guy at a 40-some years old talking about my daddy won't there. To me, that ain't trauma. That's just an excuse to.
So how you can't do that. You can't knock that man trauma.
Right.
That's a trauma.
Right. I mean, his trauma ain't no worse than nobody else,
I
right?
mean, I'm not
But-
gonna say it's an excuse. Some people will use it for an excuse.
Yeah,
They will definitely use it for
Some
an
people
excuse.
use it for other things.
But-
My issue is putting trauma on other people. Like your trauma
you go.
is your
Yeah.
trauma.
But
You know what I'm
the
saying?
only-
Like, don't start projecting that onto another person, forcing them to, one, listen to your trauma, for two, like, be impacted by having to pick you up all the time or having to be somebody who is suffering because you had trauma.
Right. How
You get
about
what I'm
this?
saying?
And this is what's crazy. Because we're so soft-spoken about trauma, which I think that shit should be an expiration date. No fucking excuse to hold on to that. Is that the people around people with trauma start to adjust. Like when somebody lash out because they're so-called triggered, they will literally say, oh, that's such and such just being such and such. But she's really not like that. Or if I'm grieving and I'm drinking and I'm like you addicted to trauma, I'm addicted to alcohol.
1 or 2
He ain't-
drinks.
He
I'm
ain't,
alcoholic
he ain't
now.
like that
Right.
when he's sober. He ain't like that when he's sober. He a good guy. Like, no, you need to
Listen.
he need to work on that shit.
Because it's
But-
easier for people to pacify other people
Right.
instead of just being upfront. Look, you need to
People
work
being
on. You need to
judgmental.
work on it. You
Yeah.
need to
All
figure
right,
your
let
own
that,
mess
let that
out.
trigger get you fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Like you get triggered because somebody said something or something happened and you act out. You don't know how that other person is gonna react
Yeah.
to you acting out.
Mhm.
Nobody's gonna
You
be
acting
privy
out
to
might be
your
their
triggers
trigger.
all the time.
Exactly.
Like
You
you
walking
acting-
around, oh, my triggers. Like, okay, you better know how to pull that
That's
trigger.
but,
Like,
but the trauma and the triggers they coincide with each other. That's an excuse to let shit go.
yeah.
I see women, they date trauma. Like they become red flag seekers. Because somebody else did something fucked up. Any slight thing you do, like don't call back right away or respond, she now sees the same person that she dealt with.
It's exciting though. Gets the people going. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody don't want no boring relationship either. So
but
you
no,
gotta have
no,
some spice
no,
or something going on. Like, what? Nigga, you ain't called me back. You said you gonna call me?
I'm talking about this
Shit,
is the one.
that might have
Sound
made
a little
your
toxic
look.
over there.
Toxic can be fun, right? Like that might have made somebody day at work. They was having a boring day, and then she snapped off. Oh shit! Like you know, perked up. Like
Mhm.
I
nigga
love
about to
when
get
shit
some
happen
work
like that.
done today around here.
People are so
I'm just
traumatized.
saying.
Women and men are so traumatized in relationships. Women have kind of like slipped this past niggas. Like we've been manipulated to believe that emotional cheating is the same as physically cheating.
It is.
They are not the fucking same.
What's
They
the
got you
difference?
too, huh?
What's the difference? They ain't getting me.
They got your ass too.
If she giving emotion to somebody else, she cheating.
But ain't lust an emotion? And don't everybody?
No.
Yes,
I don't
it
think
is.
lust is an
Yes,
emotion.
it is.
It's not on the list.
Lust ain't an emotion.
No.
What
lust,
is?
Let's
lust-
get you in trouble every
lust
time.
is a little bit more powerful.
Okay, but
Then
all right,
emotion.
You can
but
lust out of somebody and don't do nothing. You can have willpower.
Yeah.
see how
Right,
crazy
right,
that is.
Right.
You
You can have
true,
willpower
too.
over anything.
Right.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like
So-
that's strength. Like
So
I like
is entertaining somebody on the phone, is that cheating?
You fucking right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
But
fucking
you would
right.
let your woman go to a strip club.
what you mean?
If
To
you
watch or to strip?
No, to watch.
I mean, it depends. It
Do
depends.
y'all see how insane that sounds?
Like when you say your woman, though, you gotta think about that. Like Like, that's a very strong term. Your woman. No, she's her own
Her
woman.
own woman.
You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all are agreeing on the dynamics of this relationship. So
Right.
it varies from person to person.
We both
Now
hold that title.
me,
She
I
said
don't
my
want to see
man too.
I don't want to see my girl out in the strip club. Like, that's just corny to me. But some other guys might like that type
Right.
of thing. Like, babe, like who you meet? Like, you gonna hook me up with somebody, whatever. Some people into that kind of stuff. So it varies from.
But that's different than her entertaining somebody on the phone.
Either way,
She
it's,
getting
Yeah,
it-
because
it's
every-
different
Yeah.
if that's not the
She get
understanding.
entertained at the
Yeah,
strip
Right.
and if
club,
she's
and then she
Right.
entertained
She
on,
gonna get-
with
yeah,
someone
she-
on the
she
phone,
gonna
Right.
she's that person.
They entertaining her in person, yeah.
But
Either
long
way
as
it go.
but a nigga doing his dick in a helicopter motion on her face, oh, she cool.
But see,
9 times out of 10,
DJ.
women like going to see women.
right.
They like to go see women.
That's for the fun. Or they might just be wanting to take a break from their regular day to day. It depends on every relationship has its own dynamics or understanding.
Yeah.
There are people who have multiple people in the relationship with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Emotional
Like-
cheating is not physical cheating. I've never seen nobody get divorced for emotional cheating. Like, Your Honor, what happened? Well, he texts somebody.
Yeah, but they call it something else. Irreconcilable differences.
Differences.
That might have been what it is. That could be a whole lot of different categories.
But that ain't, you can't lump, you could lump
Maybe
it
she
in.
was too nice to the UPS man too many times. Like, who knows? That could have been like, we got difference of opinion on that, so we need to get divorced. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
you feel like they're the same?
what?
That emotional cheating and
Yeah.
physical cheating is the same.
It's all
So
Listen,
what?
good.
which
Okay,
one
all right,
cause- DJ,
which one
hold
would
up,
cause more
hold up.
drama?
How she
DJ.
Which one would cause more
How she
trouble?
cheating by going to the strip club?
Which one came
No,
first?
I said
though?
emotional cheating or
Emotional,
physical cheating.
Which one
Which
came
one would
first?
cause more drama?
Emotional
one came
cheating
first?
causes
Emotional.
more issues than physically.
But which one
Emotional.
came
What?
first?
Emotion. I told
Yeah.
you this before. You said I was crazy. I said I'd rather my lady go get dick down than to fall in
Yeah.
love with somebody and really like this person. And I'm
Yeah.
just sorry, but I'm
Which
gonna leave.
one came
She
first,
gone.
DJ?
I'm
She
leave.
already
She gone either way.
She
Right.
already
So she
gone.
get.
The thought itself. But DJ, which one
She
came
gone.
first? The chicken or the egg?
It depends on who you
You
ask.
see
The
what I'm
first
saying?
chicken or the egg?
Which one came first? Emotional cheating or physical cheating? It could happen in either order. Is
You
what
thi-
I'm saying.
No,
Like,
no, because men emotional
could-
cheating with us. It ain't.
Hell no.
It ain't-
no
it-
damn
we don't
mom
get-
cheat with me.
Yeah,
They
no.
don't give a damn.
Nah.
niggas mentally
Niggas
cheating.
getting their feelings. Y'all need to stop.
They
it.
getting their
Nah.
feelings.
Stop
But
it.
see, that's not our
Stop it.
territory. That's why niggas be overreacting when they get emotional.
I mean,
Yeah.
you saying it can go either way. You can sit here and mess with somebody, and then all of a sudden it's like, damn, I'm starting to catch feelings for this bitch.
right?
And
Or
now-
you,
now
or a
either
nigga
way-
can,
I
If you
mean-
start
or a
seeing them
nigga
lot,
can
like,
catch
you know,
feelings because he was fantasizing about it too much. Like he forced himself to have feelings like that. You know what I'm saying? Like emotional cheating. But what is emotional cheating though?
It's when you're
Oh,
actually sitting
some
there and you
bullshit.
taking time and you talking to the person
Yeah,
and you
Sound like
vent to the
conversation.
person and
you know
you
that
telling
nigga
the
doing learning you to
person
play you.
just everything.
So,
That's emotional.
So a shoulder to lean on is a dick to ride on. Is what you saying?
It
Basically.
can turn into
And
that
then-
way.
and
It
then-
can turn into
but look,
that.
Who
It
you
can turn into that.
venting
It can
to?
He
turn
can
into
turn to
that.
that, and then he just as worse as the dude that you just left because he know everything that you like. He know
Right.
how to handle you.
And he gonna use
And
that
he
to
gonna use that
manipulate
shit
her
against you.
emotions.
That's
though.
true. But
You see
the
what I'm
average
saying?
woman does not see that part of it.
Oh yeah, they got
You
this-
just see that
the
So
grass
when that
always
happens,
greener.
who's getting traumatized in this situation?
The men.
Everybody.
Everybody. Ultimately, the woman's going to be traumatized because she's like, okay, I'm cheating with my man with this guy. I'm thinking this guy love and care about me. Then come to find out, like you say, he's sitting here listening to me. He's doing and saying everything that he know I want to hear. At the end of the day, you're going to be the one hurt.
Facts.
So,
Well,
so
I
the
think-
woman
Well,
gets
yeah, the
more
woman do,
traumatized.
yeah.
in
That's
the end.
one way to look at it.
But the
I
man
think the
pride,
guy,
though.
I think the guy that's getting cheated with could be getting traumatized as well because he's catching feelings for somebody that ain't his, that he can't have, but he might care about this person so much that he's overly extending himself or involving himself
That's his
with this
fault.
But what
woman,
if he don't care?
thinking that
That's his
he's
fault.
helping a friend
No,
or
that's his-
fixing a
that's his
problem
fault.
Man, half of the time,
and
me,
get his feelings fucked
Especially
up.
when
That's
the man
his
is side piece, they
That's
don't
his
care
fault.
about
Man
that
don't give a
woman.
fuck about
Yeah,
no
they
side
don't
piece.
care.
Suicide.
They don't care.
It's no in the hell I can sit here and fall in love with somebody I know they sit here cheating on somebody else.
Right.
For
Men
me.
are better
Right.
side
You just
pieces
stupid.
than women.
Right.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean,
Some
Yeah, 'cause niggas
and
don't
side,
give a
you know
fuck.
what's crazy? Side
We
piece
don't care
is
what you
still
do.
a fairly new term. Like this is a modern term. Like what was they calling it back in the day?
mistresses,
Yeah,
Crosstown, family
concubines,
Crosstown.
Dead.
clean up woman.
Well, people getting killed.
Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley.
Right. Right.
All
And
that
back
stupid
then,
shit.
men had 2 families.
Yeah, Crosstown.
Right.
The other one.
But see, that social media and all this surveillance and all these different things weren't really prevalent like that back in the days.
Something that can also paralyze you mentally is your type. And this let's go, because women are more detailed with this shit.
Yeah, because I don't think
Man,
dudes
see,
got
that sounds.
Hold on. Let me get it. Complexion. I don't want that yellow dicker.
I ain't got no type, so you can't be.
Well,
talking-
you heard
But
women
see-
say this then.
Yo, DJ.
I'm not saying y'all.
heard
DJ.
I'm saying
Yeah. Crazy.
women do have this type, and they will skip past 5 good yellow niggas. They get to that asshole 5 and get ran through 5 different assholes of this tall, dark, handsome motherfucker she like.
But it's
Her
sometimes.
type
Yo,
makes her decision making horrible.
That's her preference, man. That's what she like.
Like, no, what's crazy is women will acknowledge how good a person is. That just ain't for me.
She don't want the nigga.
How the fuck you say that? Like,
if
that
he's
ain't good.
he good, but
if
not
he's
for me.
soft, like
No.
he lost anyway. But look, check this out. Sometimes it's reverse psychology. A person to say that ain't my type, whole time it really be their type. Like they're just trying to, like, I guess, verbalize or mentally throw another person off. But whole time they be liking the yellow dude.
Well-
They ain't. I don't like no yellow dudes.
But let's
Like,
talk about the
whole
dudes
time,
they
it's a yellow
don't.
dude.
They be like,
blowing
Hold
the
on,
back
wait,
out.
wait. You shaking
so
your
y'all
head.
like light
Well,
It's
skin
a
dudes?
blood.
Pretty
It's
for
the
y'all?
dude
I mean,
blowing the back out every week.
Hold on, let me-
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I'm guilty of the whole type thing because I ain't gonna lie. Typically, my type is a light skinned guy.
Oh shit.
Yes, I've always been color struck into light skinned men,
Okay.
but it's like it just never pans out. So it's like, okay, I need to.
Yeah.
And people tell me, they be like, "Girl, you need to leave them light skinned men alone." But I can't help what I like, what I'm attracted to.
Yeah,
You know?
then
But why
dark-
would you,
that dark skinned nigga gonna come along and change your life?
but why would you see? That's why I said you could be stuck in that,
Yeah.
waiting on that to become what
That's
you wanted to
true.
be.
Dreams are for suckers.
And you know how many you owe it to yourself to try something else.
Yeah.
And they said was they doing
know,
something
man.
repeatedly expecting different results.
It's
It's
insanity.
insanity.
But then on the other hand, I have talked to dark skinned men. I talked to brown skinned men. Still the
It's
same
just
damn
Nick.
result.
It's
Damn
Nick.
shit.
I'm about to say it's just like-
Still the
Yeah.
same damn result. So
Okay,
really, the
listen.
complexion don't have nothing to
That might
do
be
with
Okay,
it.
all right.
It's the person.
I mean,
And
it's-
this is one I gotta say. Women out there. Now you triggered this, so I got. This ain't to you.
Side eye.
Women that date repeatedly ain't shit niggas. I used to have sympathy for you
Shit.
until I realized reason you are attracted to ain't shit niggas is because you ain't shit yourself.
Pretty much.
Energy, you're attracted to that energy. And you never asked yourself why.
That's
And you know the crazy part? One of them niggas might have been something, but he became an ain't shit nigga after he was dealing with her.
Yeah. Vice versa.
He was
I
trying to
don't
fit
know,
that.
'cause
He was
if
trying to
you-
fit that mold. And it's the
Nah.
same thing with females. It might
Yeah,
be
it
a
could
good
be vice
woman
versa, yeah.
that get turned to
Get
trash,
turned to trash.
dealing with the wrong
Dealing with the
person.
wrong
Hey,
Because
hey,
you leave with that trauma.
but it ain't just.
okay, yeah.
What
see what
about
I'm saying?
height, weight?
Nigga, I like what I like. I don't care. No,
I mean, now
it's preference,
I
man.
will
So you
say
say if
that's
your
the only
girl-
thing I will consider is like weight, because now we teetering into health issues.
Yeah.
I don't care about no
It's
damn
all-
hair. You care about how you
No,
look.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Man, that
like,
nigga
Yeah,
health
that
issues
nigga
don't
no,
have
I
nothing
mean,
if he paying
you
them
know,
bills.
like,
Don't nobody
that
want
600
somebody
pound
that's
life is-
breathing. You
that's
sitting
big.
beside
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
hear
but
him
you-
breathing all hard.
Listen, let me tell you how
See,
healthy-
y'all,
Hey, hold
y'all
on, wait,
fronting,
wait.
y'all.
I'm gonna show
fronting.
you how not only
Y'all
you,
fronting now.
not only you.
Because you been there cooking for that same nigga.
Hold on.
Yes, some
Hold on,
healthy
wait,
meals.
right.
Some
Wait,
healthy
Nah, what you
meals.
want, daddy? What you want?
Hey, listen, why-
He paying them bills and blowing that back out. What you want to eat?
What
I
you
mean,
ask
a
yourself?
functional big
Watch
nigga is
this
okay.
right here.
Yeah.
Watch this right here.
What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck is a functional big nigga?
What?
She said a functional
Right.
big
Oh,
nigga.
now you changing
Functional
your type.
babe.
Now your type done got adjusted.
I didn't hear that.
The
heard
nigga
a
with the
functional
bag is
alcoholic.
what she's saying. She trying to say the nigga with the bag.
No,
Basically, he functioning.
I'm not talking about like money wise.
Yeah, he might not be here long.
If he big,
but his
and
money
he
long.
can operate
Hold
on
on,
his
watch that.
own. Like if he not confined somewhere to a bed or something like that.
Look, he can be big, but long as he take care of himself.
Right.
I'm gonna need
Hey,
y'all to back up our
hold on,
big
Keisha.
niggas.
Hold on,
Leave
Keisha.
them big niggas
Keisha,
alone.
hold on. She had an amazing weight loss journey. I had an amazing weight loss journey, and she also had a weight loss.
Okay.
And now they looking at big niggas like they're a big problem.
I want non-functional. I want non-functional, baby. I was never.
You see what I'm saying? Both of them.
I can still
I had
move.
one.
Hey, but see, it works the other way too. Like, oh, y'all niggas wanted me when I was fat. Y'all ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? Like a person could think like that too. They wasn't on the level. So once she got her weight where it needs to be, she's like, I did what it took. I knew what it, the discipline that I had to have. What's your problem? Ain't nobody gonna want to be with a person.
But who would know their problem better than you?
Who wants to be with a person with no discipline, like no self-discipline?
I used to be that person with no discipline.
To me,
But what changed? Like, what made you change?
That scale scared the shit out of me.
Right. And you got your act together.
But I would never look at somebody and not understand what they're going through.
But you ain't gonna have sympathy for their laziness either, though.
You think
Especially
you'd be
not
more
your
ti-
ass.
more
If
turned
they
up?
try- if
If they
try-
lazy and ain't even trying to change it, you ain't gonna
right,
feel
but if
sorry
they're
for
not
them.
trying and they're okay with being like overweight and unhealthy,
Okay, now I get it.
then that's different. But like me, I don't mind working with somebody because, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I weigh a lot more. I was a lot heavier, and I wish I had somebody that, instead of nagging and nitpicking on me about my weight, that worked with me about my weight. So I don't mind working with someone, because sometimes some people, they need somebody to encourage them and motivate them.
Right.
But if you don't want to do the work and you okay with just being overweight and being lazy, then no.
So what if I see you, Jessica, outside and I'm 500 pounds? He's
Nah.
like, look here, I just got look here.
Damn, y'all see, it
Now
ain't-
that's to
but
the
these-
extreme
you know what?
now.
These
That's
days-
to the
these
extreme.
Hold on,
days-
I got this. I
I
got
y'all
this.
say that,
Look,
but the
when
people
you
on my
find
600-pound
Wait.
life always got somebody.
Hey, yo,
Right.
they
And
And
always
you see
got
how
somebody,
they
yo.
and you see how they treat it. And you
how
know why
much-
they got
you know
somebody
how
that
much
getting
money
that
it
check.
take to
Hold on,
get that
you can't
big?
talk.
Somebody
They get
got the
disability.
They
bag.
getting that disability. That's why they
Somebody
them
got that
people
bread.
ain't with them folks because they love them. They with them people because they get them checked. Because them folks talk
And
to
then they
them
don't
like
show what
crap.
they do outside.
Yeah, they boss them
Yeah.
around.
You
and talk
already know
ugly
them
to
600
them.
pound life people heart ain't good, and you just told them that the motherfucker with them.
I'm
Get
don't
that
love
check.
them.
Let's be real. You gonna
know,
be with somebody that
but
weighs
it's-
600 pounds. You gotta spray them off with the water hose. You gotta cook a damn. You
She
gotta
telling the
cook
truth.
a big
But
ass
this ain't even a
meal.
lie.
Yo, it's
And
a
they
double
talk to you in
standard,
the kind of
though.
way.
She said spray
If you
them
with
on
them, you
the
It's
want that
really
check.
a double standard.
double
though.
standard for
It's a
for
double
what?
standard because some of them big girls be sexy as hell though. Like, just
You got some
bad
sex, you got some
beautiful.
Yeah,
girls.
oh yeah.
It be some beautiful,
Show me
like
600
bigger.
Show me
I didn't say 600. I said
So now we go
bigger.
Now we got.
I didn't put the level on it. I
You
didn't
just
say
put
the
a
weight.
level on it.
I didn't say the weight. And the
600
key
pound with a
word,
pretty
the
face?
key word was some. It's
Yeah.
some like voluptuous
It is.
women
Hell
that
yeah.
are like,
600
That's
you
Yeah.
can't
bad.
and you can't
Yeah.
buy that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
A
be
BBL
beautiful.
ain't gonna give you that. That's just
Yeah.
natural sexiness.
Yeah.
Like how you do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
kind of a double standard. So women don't look at the big guy like that though. Y'all
Hell
don't see
no.
the big dude be like,
Because
oh.
some,
Especially when you know who usually like the big guy? It be the thin, skinny one.
Skinny girl.
Uh-huh.
But if you somebody that went on a weight loss journey, you are a lot tougher on people that used to be that you recognize their position better than anybody.
Mhm.
that's true.
And I guess it's you saying, if I can do it, you can do it. But if I'm 500 pounds and I'm saying, I just got my gym membership, but I would like to let's go on a gym date. Would you still consider?
Hell no.
500 pounds, that's a lot.
But see, your priorities is
lifestyle
out of
change.
whack.
Huh?
Your
I said it's a
priorities ain't
lifestyle
right. Like
change.
you,
Yeah,
if you know
First of all, how the
that
hell
you
you let
gotta,
yourself get that far? You can see.
yeah, right. But
You
your
just-
priorities,
500
Man, like I tell y'all
you
this.
should focus on your
But
health
not
first
only
before
that,
dating.
If you
That.
were
You know what I'm
heavier
saying?
and you lost weight and you like, you know what, like I don't want to be with somebody big. Sometimes it's because, like me, I like to eat. So if I'm with somebody who they ain't trying to go to the gym, they not trying to eat healthy, and they like to eat, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna get me off my game. I'm gonna be eating, and I'm gonna go back to
We
all
about
that.
to be toxic
Right,
together.
exactly. So you want somebody kind of on the same level.
Taking a crackhead to a crack house and expecting her to get high.
All right, now,
Right.
let me ask you a question because that I've seen this work in reverse. Like, you're with this man, y'all both are big. You cut the fat. Would you stick with him? Because I've seen women leave men, and I've seen men leave women.
That's an ain't shit woman.
Once they got to a certain level.
She ain't shit.
Oh, they was planning that the whole
If
time.
I'm
Yeah, that
already
she
with you
playing her
and you
skit.
start
Yeah.
gaining weight,
Yeah.
I
She
wouldn't
already
leave you.
in the
No,
back
no,
of her
but-
mind.
no,
she
both of
said-
them-
No, but I'm
Both of them
saying,
heavy set.
okay, no, I'm not
Both
saying
of them
that-
heavy set
No.
and she lose weight.
Oh,
and leave
no,
him.
no.
All right, but hold on.
But
But what happens when 3 years go by? You still killing the gym, and he's still killing the restaurants. He's getting bigger.
That's her relationship. She married him. If it's true love, she'll
This is
give
what
a fuck.
happens.
To death do his
This
part.
is
right?
what
To
happens.
death do his
Do that
part.
exist?
This is what happens
Hell
when
no,
when
I
you
don't believe
when
that.
you
Conditional.
start working on your flaws, you start seeing other people's flaws just as big, just as bad. Like, once you realize what you do wrong, how you getting your shit together, you can also see other people's shit clear too.
But I think
And that's a growing
But
frustration.
if you love
yeah,
somebody,
I think that's a weakness though.
you supposed to
Worrying
be with
about
somebody 'cause
like
you love
pointing
them.
out issues in other people.
Right.
I
Yeah,
feel like that's
yeah.
a issue within
it's like,
yourself.
yeah, it's making you feel better about
you know what I'm
yourself.
saying?
because
No,
you
no,
don't
no,
like
no.
somebody
You're
else.
deflecting or you
me
trying to
understanding my
nitpick
flaws.
them to feel better about you. You know what I'm saying?
Me understanding my flaws in my wife or my flaws in my children mean that I'm in tune with
You love
my
your wife,
life.
That's true.
Hold on.
So I'm in tune with these people.
So what you
If my person is doing something that is unhealthy and I'm getting on her ass about, yo, you are really letting yourself go.
No.
I've never was especially say if you was small and you got big. All these things can happen. All these dynamics can happen. If I'm telling you I'm not attracted to this, but you keep going towards this,
Yeah.
you don't see the issue in that?
Yeah.
I see the issue, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's a weakness because we only focusing on the physical aspect. Does that
Yeah, if
person
you
bring
love that
anything else to
No,
the
no, I just
relationship?
want to be clicking.
Anything else?
Why can't I click on all cylinders? This is a person I want to spend the rest of my life with.
I feel
I
you,
get spiritually, emotionally, communication, but physical plays a part
but
too.
there's
does.
never,
But yeah, also
there's
unhealthy
never going to be
lifestyle is an
perfection.
unhealthy lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
if it's like a diet issue, I'm not about to deal with diabetes down the road. I'm not dealing with heart issues
Exactly.
down the road. I'm not doing
Exactly.
that.
But you don't know what issues
You
you
don't
don't
know.
deal with.
If somebody unhealthy,
Someone that get cancer,
on
you
the
can't
surface
do about
level.
that.
That's
You are
like
on
That's
the
What if they
surface
get, what if they
level.
get cancer?
something
You
But
can't
that's
do nothing.
different.
That's
Because
something
that's
you can't
self-
prevent.
But
That's thing
we on the
self-inflicted
surface
most
level
of the
pointing
time.
out what we ain't gonna deal with. You don't know what you are gonna deal with.
I
though.
mean, no,
That's
I
true.
those
know,
things
but
could
it's
be
like
perfect,
it's
and the
things that
person
you
could
can
be out
try
cheating
to
on you
help.
But
every day.
if we're going into this and you already 500 pounds and you're not trying to do anything
So
to
we
improve
500
yourself,
pounds together.
I
when we
can
came together?
foresee you're gonna have health problems.
Right.
I don't want to have to. Darn you in the bed and I got to sit there. I'm 40 some years old. I got to pull you up in the bed. I got.
How about this? You gonna leave me with all these kids? You're not gonna get healthy enough to be around for these kids to grow up?
Exactly.
But see, that's the thing, though.
You don't
It
know
could
this.
be
You- how
something
y'all
else.
keep
You
saying
don't
I'ma die
know.
'cause I'm
Like
big.
you don't know how
You
God
gonna
gonna-
get
You
health
don't know how
problems.
God gonna move with that.
I
Like,
seen
you can
skinny
have the
people get
perfect
health
health.
problems.
True.
There's
Right.
people dropping
I done
dead
seen
like
skinny
from
people
all
get
kinds
health
Yeah,
of
but
stuff.
if you
500
look at
pounds,
the
come on
statistics
now.
of people
Yeah, I
dying,
mean,
it's
chances
on-
are you right. Like you might have
It's
some
a
type of
difference
congestion.
between if you
Like,
200 pounds,
Hey,
maybe 300
Depends
versus
on
you
the height, though.
500.
It depends on the height.
whenever,
All right, all right.
whenever,
It
whenever
depends on how
God's ready
tall
for
they
you,
are.
that's when you
All
gonna
right,
go.
here we go.
Right.
Another way you're tight that will paralyze you, and this is for women that always find themselves sleeping with other women's men and falling in love with other women's men. I know women personally that always find themselves in that situation. That can paralyze you.
And they know.
And
Yeah, they
they
know.
know.
But they
That's
kind of
something within
some-
themselves.
it is, but some of them like that dynamic because they
Mhm.
got freedom.
They get
as
whatever
well.
they getting what they getting
They can get
physically,
what they
and they don't
want.
have to put up with the other
Right.
bullshit.
They
No,
get- they
no, a
getting the
lot of them,
benefits.
no, because
Some of them do fall in love. Though. They fall in love though.
hell yeah,
Sick.
That's some sick
This
shit
is
there.
crazy because sometimes that chick will act like if you mess with somebody else, you cheat on me and your wife.
That's just insane.
Right? Yeah. that
Like,
shit
but see,
crazy.
now the
That's
nigga
insane.
getting
Or
greedy.
if you break up with your girl and don't choose them.
Oh yeah.
They should know they ain't gonna get
You only
chosen.
good
Oh,
at
you
this
ain't
side
gonna
piece.
get chosen because you
I
already
love this
showed your
dynamic
value.
of our
Yeah.
relationship.
You already showed what you was
Exactly.
willing to accept. We're gonna keep you in that
Right.
position.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like, stay there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you my
That's what I
side.
be
Stay
trying
right
to tell
there.
people,
Like,
man. To be like,
stop
thinking
trying
like,
to get in the front when you know
well,
you decide.
Yeah.
they love me. I'm gonna tell you something. You just ain't had them all the way. That's all it is. You got
Right.
them part time. That's
Right.
easy.
How do you get stuck on a specific type though? Because that is limiting your options
Is
for
that really
real.
a type?
I gotta be attracted to
People
you. I
have
ain't
a-
gonna lie
people
to
have a
you.
type.
I think it's
I
more
ain't
of
be
an
fake.
attraction thing.
I gotta be attracted to you.
I think it's just more. Of
I don't
an
think I got a
attraction.
type like far as like, no, I do. Cause I don't like no stuck up chick. I can say like, I need somebody down to earth. Like if they got money, they down to earth. They ain't bougie acting,
Mhm.
So I do. Like,
Well,
I need a
I
fun
guess
girl.
like for me, I'm at a place in my life like it's just not a physical type. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm not leading with how
Right.
you look
Yeah.
physically because
Mhm.
you can have the most beautiful person in the world, but they soul be
Ye-
just
Fucked up.
yes,
ugly.
yes,
Ugly
You know what I'm
as hell.
saying? Ugly spirit,
Preach.
and that'd be trauma for the rest of your life dealing with that. You know what I mean? Or you
Yes,
can
sir.
have somebody who might not be as physically attractive, but they check off all the other
Mhm.
boxes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
somebody here told me I can't date nobody ugly. Cause
What?
Hell
I mean, standards, right? But
Yeah.
what's
No.
your definition of
fucking
It
ugly?
ain't gonna work.
What's your definition of ugly though?
Cause
If it's ugly to you,
Cause soon you get back, you
Oh,
ugly
yeah.
motherfucker.
if that nigga ugly and
No.
you know he ugly to you,
And he know
but
he
you
ugly.
find something
Be a
cute
nice
about him,
person.
And
that
you-
shit ain't gonna work.
and he know he
Yo.
ugly. And you fuck around and call you ugly motherfucker. You gonna that's
But
damaging.
so
That's
that ugly
trauma.
motherfucker go
If
to
you-
the
If
corner
an
store.
ugly chick, if I'm walking out the door and she said, "Where you going?"
See, no,
The fucking
why?
All right,
Why
so
does
check
that
this
matter?
out.
Them
DJ.
cute girl questions.
Yeah,
bitch.
but check this out. DJ. DJ. Now that's a good one. But check this out. Check this out. That same energy you got talking about a motherfucker ugly.
Uh-huh.
That same ugly motherfucker go to the corner store, get a scratch off, and hit for $3 billion. What's finna happen?
He gonna be an ugly rich nigga. With a lot of women.
But Jay-Z
Ain't nobody
said,
gonna
ain't
love
such
him, though.
thing as an ugly
Big
billionaire. It
Yeah,
don't
that's
exist
true.
in this country, bro.
Because you look at some of these
You
rappers.
Man,
know, I like,
like-
you know what? Remember when I tell you?
Let's keep it a
Them
G.
rich
You
niggas,
look at some
the
of these
pool boy be
rappers.
fucking the
Right.
shit out their wives. The pool boy be fucking the shit out their wives.
Whole time. Whole time. I'm just saying, like, when we talking about ugly, like, that's really a strong word.
And really,
my
at the
opinion.
end of
Ugly
the
is
day,
only
it's
to
about
whoever-
the, it's
Yeah.
about
Like-
the person. Because I've seen people that were attractive on the outside, but once I got to know them, I see they don't even look good to me. I seen people that
Ugly
they may not
spirit.
be that attractive, but once I got to know them and talk to them,
Yeah.
they look so good.
Right.
So it's really about the person. And
Mhm.
the thing is, people don't take
Having-
the time to get to know people for who they are. They
Right.
so quick to judge somebody off their
Preach,
physical
girl.
and the
Preach.
way
I
they
get taller
look.
than women.
Preach now.
Yeah.
When they deal with me, I get taller to them.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, like, ugly is really how you carry
Yeah.
yourself for real. Like,
Yeah.
people walking around with these nasty spirits and bad attitudes
Yeah.
and low
It's terrible.
vibrations.
And
they
That's
think
ugly.
it's cute.
I seen some
Yeah,
good
that's
hearted
ugly
ugly
to me.
motherfuckers. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is there such thing as an ugly baby, though?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
right.
Ugly
You
as
fucking
hell.
right. You fucking right, dude.
I'm just saying, man, because it got to start somewhere, though.
Low key, I feel like all babies go through an ugly phase.
Yeah, I
For
agree.
real?
I do agree.
You look
I
back
don't- I
at
ain't
some
never
of your
seen
I
an
don't
ugly
know.
baby.
My
pictures,
daughter
you
was
like,
big
damn.
cute all her life.
Like me and my baby, man, we looked at this. We like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like you
You
posted
thought
that
that was
shit?
the cutest thing ever. and it's
Because
like,
that
dude,
grown,
it's like
if
a
you calling
alien.
somebody
come
ugly
out-
when they get grown, they had to been going through that their whole life, though.
You said
For
my
real.
baby
That
come out
started
there,
somewhere.
Push her head
You
back.
won't notice.
Oh, this
you won't
ain't done.
notice. You won't notice. You gotta ask somebody else. You gotta ask somebody else.
Yo,
You're not
you
gonna
on
see it
one.
through your dad eyes. You gotta ask somebody else.
If that baby ugly, I'm gonna push him back in there. So he ain't done yet. She ain't
Do
done
y'all
yet.
think people know when they babies?
Fuck yeah.
It's
They got
not
eyes.
cute.
Nah, I can't do that.
Who the
Can't
fuck
hurt you.
can't?
You gonna tell him that?
But it looked
No,
like
no,
you
she said,
though.
do people know when they
but the
know
baby
that
got your
baby ugly?
features.
No, they don't know.
How did
Yes,
Don't
the
know.
fuck
No,
they
they
do.
don't.
He got to.
I
Like
can
You
see
said
it.
you said
you said
you
didn't
said
realize
what?
when your
Do you
daughter went
think
through, like,
people
No, I said I
realize that
did.
their
Hold on,
I
hold
said
on,
I
hold on,
did.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
No, I seen them pictures. I'm like,
Hold on,
the
what's
fuck?
that?
Do you think people realize when their baby are not cute?
Yeah.
They should.
Man,
You know how many
y'all
times
sorry.
you after a
No,
while you heard
y'all saw it at this point.
you heard
Ain't no ugly babies, yo.
You heard about 4 times. You know you ugly.
That's nice. of you.
Ugly
That's
hell.
one way
Ain't
of
no
thinking
ugly
about
babies,
it.
yo.
Or somebody say, "Oh, they so precious."
Yeah.
They say fresh. I don't say cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Precious.
look
the
at
life
that.
of the baby.
Look
You know what I mean?
at
Just this
Y'all
beautiful
did that.
creature. This life just so precious.
Life
bro.
is
Ain't no
beautiful.
ugly babies, yo. Y'all
The
are
life is
sad.
beautiful.
Say
I'm gonna
what
pray
you
for
wanna
y'all.
say.
For real, yo.
Hey, something about some that will cripple you, like paralyze you in a relationship, is your idea.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
ideas, like women. I can say this. Men have another set of ideas too. Like this, looking at like cheating as unforgivable. Like what? That's the trend thing. Like if he cheat, I'm out. And we literally watching failed relationships after failed relationships as if we are exempt from trials and tribulations. What does trials and tribulations look like, and who told you you was going to live happily ever after?
Well, try that over there, though. Like, if you got trials and tribulations with your fidelity or trying to figure out how to be faithful, like, try that over there.
See,
I don't want you to try that on me.
And see, that's the problem, right?
Right.
Because we sit there and judge people's struggles. Meaning, like, if I'm an alcoholic and you are a gambler, I don't understand why you gambled your house away. But you can't understand why I drunk a whole fifth in one day.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you switch it, you can always judge your level of struggle
That's
as
right.
less than to somebody
That's
else.
why you shouldn't judge nobody.
But
'Cause
we-
you can
but we
have a-
talking
But
But
about-
we
type
all
of-
do it too.
But
Should
we
have
talking
But hold on,
about-
hold on,
judge
wait.
nobody.
Because you can have a faithful bum at the house.
Mhm.
That motherfucker's loyal.
No, that nigga getting the
But
money
he
out
don't
here.
do
Dog
shit.
your
Now,
ass.
ask me, ladies, do y'all want a faithful bum? Or a
Well,
nigga
I
that
heard-
take care of the house, the kids, and you, but he has this cheating disorder?
Bring your bum ass.
Now you a damn lie.
Bring your cheating disorder
Nah,
here.
for real.
I'm
I'ma
a
give
cheater.
you the paper,
Hey,
baby.
hey,
I'd
hey,
rather
hey.
take the cheater than the bum.
Because
But
I'm
to
not
each
taking
his
care of no
own. To
man.
each his own. I heard,
Shit.
like I literally heard a supermodel the other day say that she would take a broke nigga because she can train him and she can help him get on his feet. She can help him.
Nigga, you just
No,
said
no,
a
grow.
supermodel.
You know what I mean?
She got the money to take
Right.
care of a
No, no.
lot of people.
Yeah,
but
because
I'm
that's
talking about
average-
the average
average-
woman.
every-
A nigga that got the
woman,
same amount of money as
nah.
her, he ain't gonna respect her. He ain't got to. He can replace her ass just you know what I'm saying? That's what
Right.
it is.
I feel it. But
But
I'm just saying to each his own. Like,
And see
Right.
how women can't see that bump. They see how they look at the bum nigga. But I wouldn't look at a woman that way.
I never have.
More like a bum.
Yeah.
Because
Like if she
Never.
she ain't
But you a
working,
man.
I,
You know
I,
why?
I can take her
Because
straight from her mama house.
men
we are
date
providers,
up.
though.
I mean,
we
men
are,
date down. Women tend to date up. That's why men will take a woman
That's why a
that
lot of women
don't
see.
make a whole lot of money.
Weak men will though.
Some
Weak man, a strong man ain't not always trying to date down. Like some people want somebody on their level or that pushes them to be better.
That's a scary
You know what I'm
word.
saying?
That's
Like-
a scary word.
Like you want somebody who's going to challenge you and make you a better man.
But
Yo,
you-
when you say stuff like date, I want to say this because I gotta
There's
say
such
this.
thing as date down.
Hold on,
to
no,
me.
let me say it.
Yeah, I mean, because
Here
now
we go.
you're being
Yeah.
judgmental.
When you say stuff like date down or a
Turn me off.
high valued man, that's a lie. Value does not come based off what you got.
Right.
It's some horrible, shitty people with money.
Mm.
Mhm.
Somehow we
the
have
majority.
made money the value and not the person. But if you look in history, character is what supersedes good people in history.
No
Like you
kidding.
look at your Gandhis, you look at your Jesus, you look at all these people with good characters that succeed in history later on. But money, that's what makes me. So
Nah.
say, for instance, if the inflation goes up and my money goes down, now I'm less than.
You ain't shit.
You
Never
used to
be
be that
shit.
nigga.
But
though.
if you look at society and
You know
how a
what
lot
I'm
of women
Huh?
are, they're so focused on money, on how much money a man got or what type of job he got.
in this country, in America.
That's only in
Like,
America, yeah.
You know, we
It's only in
talking
America.
about some countries
I say
outside,
only
like
in
they
America,
have systems in place to already guarantee those marriages.
Yeah, but
Already
you know, a
guarantee
lot of
those
those
families.
systems consist of a man coming in and taking care of this woman.
Right.
That's
Right.
part
That's
of it.
what a
Yeah.
lot of those.
That's
They
part
don't
of
even
it.
work like
But
that.
that woman got to meet certain criteria to
It's
even
like they sell the
get
daughter
considered
off.
for that. You know
Let
what
me
I
ask you
mean?
something. Is the idea? Would y'all ever go like with women today? Would you ever go back the way it used to be,
Like what?
Back in the day.
where you sit at home, the man work, and you take care of home?
I mean, I've done that before.
Would y'all go back to it? Because grandma did go through a lot of shit, and she took a lot of shit. She had a whole nother family. These niggas was having whole other families.
Yeah.
I mean, I draw the line somewhere,
But is it better now? Because I don't see families now.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
worse.
worse.
Never
It's
see
worse
families.
now.
I think it's
because-
worse because you know the crazy thing is they trick women out of the house to pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? When women were at home taking care of the house, they didn't have to go out in society and do all the things and then start paying taxes just like the men were as well. You know what I mean?
But I'm
Like,
saying, is your
families actually
Yeah.
kept more money back in the day.
But is your freedom of having your own and doing whatever the fuck you want to do is more valuable than having a family?
It's to me, it's worse
Now
now.
it is to some people.
Because back in the
That's
day, if I just from my perspective, even though men they might have had a family here and a family across town, back then they didn't have social media. They didn't have all these distractions. So they could
They had the shit
focus
right in
on
your
their
face.
family.
Mhm.
They had 2 different families and they still provided for both of their families.
Right.
Their focus was their families. Nowadays, it's so many distractions. People focus is not their families. People focus is not taking care and making sure bills is paid, making sure their children okay. Their focus is here, there, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
So I think it was a lot
ADHD.
better back then than what it is today.
Yeah,
Like-
social media bring that cheating shit right to your face now.
And-
That's
and-
all.
Right.
And this is good. 'Cause I'm gonna ask
Options.
both of y'all, right? Because we still stuck on ideas. Who told you about a man? Women. Who told y'all about men and how we function?
I
And
know
men,
that.
who told you
I
about
learned.
women and how they function?
I learned.
Where
I
did your
mean,
influence
you
come
hear
from?
people say things like that, but it's what you take.
I grew up around a lot of old heads, so I was getting the game early.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
But
Uncles
you
and
heard
granddad
their
and
version of game.
dad.
Was it quality that you got?
Yeah, I think so because
Because
I was learning
you-
from married men though. You know what I mean? Like strong men in my life that actually had families. I'm learning from them values of a relationship. So, but sometimes it could be a double-edged sword because you want those same values in relationships today, and times are different.
So this is what I'm saying. That information that you got, it only can sustain like a little bit of what's going on today.
Yeah.
A man taking care of the household, I wish it was like that. I wish my income was big enough that my girl wouldn't have to work or my wife wouldn't have to work. But that comes with the day's time. It's easy to set ground rules when you're the breadwinner. It's much more easier to be submissive when you're dependent on them. You know what I'm saying? So now we got women with their own money, men with their own money, men with their own ideas, women with their own money. Now we want you to be traditional with the submission. Y'all want us to be traditional with providing, but don't nobody want to give up their freedom. Don't want to be told what to do. They still want to live their lifestyle. Because their ideal is for you to bend to what I want. And that's what it seems like we're clashing because
that's
you
the
won't do what I
problem.
say.
In a relationship, though, you should set your own like tempo in your house. Like I don't have to follow what works in my house is going to work in my house because we are agreeing on this. Like we're making this foundation.
y'all gotta
We're
sit down
setting
and
this.
talk.
Yeah,
Like
and
what works
also
for
neither
us.
of y'all are the other person's parent. Like y'all are both two adults that can disagree and agree and decide on things together.
That's not
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
You got to be able to
That's not true.
compromise.
Because no, it's not true because when you can't say that because then you would say it's equality there.
No, I'm not saying that there's not a head. There's not like roles in a situation, but
Right.
still y'all both adults. Neither one of y'all are the child, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, so you're not dealing with a child, do as I say, or it's gonna be this or that. Like,
Right.
you're dealing with an adult.
And see, I used to, and which is crazy. I was raised by a single mother. I don't even know how I got this way of thinking as far as being a lead. I'm the man, but it used to be way worse. Like, and I come to find out, like, when you listen to, like God say, women submit to your husband like the church submit to Christ. And he said, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church.
Mm-hmm.
But he never made nobody do anything. So men be trying to make women
Well, I
do
feel
what
like
they
it was
want.
all covered in what you just said, because if the
Yeah.
man loves the woman, he's gonna carry things a certain
Naturally,
way.
it's gonna-
He's
yeah.
gonna
But
act a certain way. And if she submits to him, she's gonna carry things a certain way.
But-
so it's like,
Yo, go ahead.
Why can't it be a team approach?
But
It should be a
Yep.
team. You both should. He bring his ideas, you bring your ideas, and y'all sit down, y'all communicate, and y'all work as a team. It
but
should
who
be
gonna
a
be
approach.
Pippin though?
it would.
Who gonna be Jordan? and who gonna be
Yo,
Pippin?
it would work as a team if you could tell me what is your idea of a man is, and if you could tell me what your idea of a woman is, because our ideas is what's keeping us from getting to that conversation.
Mhm.
And
Because we
those-
come in pre-biased.
And
I'm
those
not
are
gonna let a nigga run me,
conversations that you have to
And that shit got
have.
me fucked up.
Right.
That when you're,
But
if
mine,
you,
like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you're starting to date someone, those are conversations you have to have. Hey, what is your expectation? If we
Mhm.
were in a relationship, what would be your expectation of me as your woman? Okay. And he will ask you, what would be your expectation of me as a man? Those are, it can be uncomfortable, but you have to have those difficult, uncomfortable conversations, because the thing is, people don't have conversations. People don't ask questions. People
No.
don't try to dig deep and see, where people's
And-
heads are
You know
at.
why?
And see,
You
and
know
that
why?
no, let me. That's why I think that's the problem.
But see,
Right there, out. If you watch, that is what I think is the problem with the way we all think. Expectations for one another.
Expectations.
Right.
Is
Hold on, wait. That is a problem, because how about if I'm fucking with you? Why would I place expectation on something I already care or won't? That's why they ask the question: in order to marry somebody, if nothing changed about that person, would you still marry them? And
We
that
gotta
marriage
be-
will not fail if you can say yes. If nothing changes about that person, he's the same way. But everybody is putting expectations on each other.
what
You have-
what do you expect when you have people who are meeting virtually now? Like, your expectations are, let me see what's on your profile before I swipe left.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a lot of people expectations. They want, do we match before they ever even have a conversation
Yeah.
at all? Like, you talking about getting to know somebody on a deeper level. That's way down the line. Nowadays, it's like 5 seconds. Let me see what kind of pictures are you posting, what your
That's true,
videos look
too.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, where does it say you work? And all of that stuff is on Front Street.
Like-
Up front, your bio is public.
All right, if we was just being like honest, raw, nasty human beings, and we're just being straight up honest, do y'all want us to lie to you?
No.
If I meet you and say, yo, damn, you fine, I want to fuck. Or do you say, hey, damn, I'm fine, I want to take you out? I don't want to take you out. I don't know the genius that made Netflix and chill, but shout out to you. But I'm just saying, if men approached you in that way, which is the most honest person you can meet,
That's
you
a-
would turn him down.
I rather
That's not true.
It depends.
That
rather-
is a damn lie,
I rather-
man.
But it-
That's not true.
I'd rather you
varies.
be
No,
honest with me.
no, that's
I'd
not
rather
true.
you be honest
That's
and
not
tell
true.
me that that's what you want. Then you try to mislead me and try to tell me sweet nothing's what you think you want to hear, what I want to hear. I'd rather you just tell me what it is up
But
front.
see-
That way I can make my decision. But when you
Mhm.
mislead me, I'm making the choice based off of a lie.
Lie.
Mhm.
But see, to each his own, because that same guy that ran that game on you, it might not have worked on you, but he gonna try it again
Yeah.
that afternoon. Somebody gonna bite on it.
No, I'm
Somebody
talking
gonna
about
be
the
like,
honest
"Oh, what?"
game.
The
That's what I'm
honest
talking
thing is,
about.
see, my thing is, it's like when a guy say that, or if he come off that way, like he just trying to fuck, it's like, well, I will do it on my own merit when I want to get around to it. Like, if I want to fuck, I might just want to fuck too eventually. Like, I
That's
mean, I'll tell you that. Like, hey, let me see. You gonna wait on it? Just give me a second. Let me
And
see.
he
when I'm
might
ready to
not.
fuck.
He might be like,
Like,
well,
and
she
if he
want to fuck
don't-
now.
Well,
You
then
don't
you can
wanna
go
fuck?
over there.
Oh,
That's
she
cool.
do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
The patience level ain't what it used to
It's
be.
like that's cool.
There's
Like,
too
that's
many
fine.
options now, man.
So you cool with putting expectations on people?
I don't expect nothing from nobody.
But that's crazy that they say you're overparenting when you put expectations on your kids. They feel like you're putting too much pressure on somebody or your children when you put expectations on
I
them.
expect you to be respectful, or I expect you to listen. You know what I'm saying? Or follow directions. You're
Right.
not the parent. You're the child.
Mhm.
But if you're gonna, how can you expect something that I might not be capable of doing?
Well, we're gonna have to find out. You know what I'm saying? Those expectations could be to test or to see if you could.
And it's expectations because everybody have them, but it
Right.
seemed like, and that's my next podcast. Did she set the bar too high?
Right.
And that's what men and women expectations of men.
Right.
Cause the niggas, he said a woman won't. What the fuck did this comedian say? He said she want a born again thug, a born again drug dealer. He want that nigga to be able to communicate like her girlfriends do. He got to at least have a 9-inch penis. And she want him to lead me, but he
Don't-
can't tell me what to do.
That just sounds delusional.
She want God to come down.
That's delusional.
Right. She want God in the flesh to
Mm-hmm.
be able to meet all those expectations. But no, like I feel like you shouldn't put expectations on people. You should have expectations of yourself.
Have
You
your
understand?
ideas?
Like, what are you gonna bring to the table?
I'm gonna tell you how my ideas failed me. Like as a man, it was this girl that I was really into, and because I didn't know whether she liked me the way I liked her, I went to self-sabotaging mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because my idea is, if I'm not in control, then it's not worth the risk. But the fact that I could have been asked out of a good person because of my fears of not being in control of the situation. Because my idea is telling me this is how things is supposed to go. Usually when I do this, the rest don't respond this way. What the fuck is wrong with you? So when I realized my phone going off and I'm excited, and it's my brother, like, man, what the fuck you want?
You thought it was
I'm like,
her.
oh, I gotta get rid of this.
Yeah. Be waiting on that phone call.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
oh,
what I'm saying.
man.
And the fear that I didn't know. And then I found out later that it was the same feeling. But it took my ignorant behavior to see it. Like I had to go to lengths to pull it out with
Right.
manipulation. Meaning like act like I didn't give a fuck about her. Just to see a response that gave me confirmation. But by then it was already self-sabotaging mode.
Right. But see, like that's idealizing those. My idea is that it should be like this or be like that. But I don't think you can idealize people because everybody different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, one thing that make you tick might not make him tick.
That's
you
why
know
you
what
can't
I'm
put
saying?
expectations on.
On everybody. Put them on yourself. Like, what are you gonna bring to the table? Like, what are
Hold
your
on.
values?
That's damn. I thought you was about to say it though.
What?
Should we just start putting expectations on the relationship and not the people? Like if you sat down and say, yo, where you see this relationship? Because then when you got expectations on the relationship, we got both parts. We can build to that shit.
Yeah.
But if you you need to be at this and you need to be at that. I don't know what's but you could be operating at this speed. But if you look at it together, we can both.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with putting expectations on your relationship.
No.
But when you put them on people,
That's true.
they're gonna fail in your eyes.
I
Even
mean,
if
it's kind of like
they
a
can-
job. They put
That's true.
expectations
They do a
on the
million-
role itself, like the title of it. Like if you're
Yeah, but
the
see,
manager,
that's
if you're the supervisor, you have your roles and you have the expectations
Yeah.
of what you're supposed to meet. But they don't put it necessarily on a person until they become that role.
But at the same time, it's a level of control. When you coming in with expectations, you're trying to control a situation that's very fluid. You're getting to know this person. You're getting to know like what it's like to be with them in different situations.
But everything can't be that fluid though. It
Yeah.
still have to
It
have
can't
some
be.
kind of
I'm
structure.
not saying it got to be
Like-
loose, but things change. Like a person, you might have an expectation today. You might change that expectations based
Yep.
on an experience that you have with this person.
The
You know-
standard's
you know
gonna
what?
change.
Right. I don't even expect you to do X, Y, and Z no more.
Maybe it depends on the type of expectations that you have. You can't expect someone to respect you,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's nothing wrong with expecting respect,
Right.
but it's a difference if that's a different type of expectation versus if you expect somebody to spend money on you and pay to get your hair. Those are two different types of
Right.
expectations.
Right. Or you might expect that person to do certain sexual things that are not within their wheelhouse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which could be an issue
Yep.
in an intimate relationship.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I expect you to go with me to the strip club Friday.
Yeah.
She might not be into that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That could turn her off completely.
Like I see when people have like goals in relationships and what they want to work to, I've never seen them really enjoying the journey.
No, because it's too strict. It's too rigid. Like, it's easier to break a stick than it is to break a pillow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like something soft that moves. But when you just so hardwired on it gotta be like this and it ain't gonna last.
But even if it's
No, it's
going
not.
there, why
Yeah.
can't you just enjoy the ride? Like I don't give a damn if it's going there slowly. But why can't y'all still enjoy each other? Why you have to get there to be happy?
Some trauma in there, man. Somebody got some trauma that ain't let
Control.
go.
Then
you
you
gotta-
should let the fuck
Yeah,
go.
it's somebody
Yeah.
got some
Force it,
trauma
you
that
know,
ain't let
let
go.
it
The
go.
last nigga that took me to the park,
And
this
a-
what happened.
Yeah. And a lot of
You know what I'm
times
saying?
when you have trauma, control comes with it.
Mhm.
So people who have been traumatized, they have to have a certain level of control
To
on
prevent that trauma from
happening again. Yep.
You know
Hey.
what I mean?
This is one that paralyzes men. Lust for other women. It cripples you. Because I see men with good women and cheat, then they're about to kill themselves when they lose said woman.
They damn sure.
As if they didn't know that came with it.
Right.
But you know what's crazy though? When you sit back and think, like if men sat down and said, yo, what number I give you? And then you'll be a changed man. If women knew the number, okay, now this nigga's at 130. That's his number. Now he looking for something serious. I was ashamed. What number did you hit before you start realizing, damn, I need to do this? Ain't worth it.
You just saw it. Like, just go ahead and do porn or something. You a jump off, nigga. Like, yo, not you like specifically.
No,
I'm just saying.
You use me.
I'm just saying,
He
you know, a
was.
person, like a lot of times, again, that's weakness. Like some men are trying to validate that they are the man. Like I gotta knock down all these bodies just to prove to myself that I'm somebody. But alpha males don't cheat. You got other stuff to do, other stuff to worry about. You too busy trying to build an empire, too busy trying to conquer something than to be out trying to chase women. You know what I'm saying? But chasing women, a lot of times dudes be having goals and ambitions and they never realize their dream because they doing that.
You can give a
Addicted
nigga.
to it.
You can give a nigga, hey, there's 150 women. This is all you got. That nigga be at 150 still like, damn, I gotta
No,
get
he
it.
gonna get to 175. He gonna be pushing 200.
If they said you can go out and do this, then come back to me when you're
Nah.
ready.
That's weak, yo. That's weak, man.
Lust has paralyzed so many men, and we all know them old ass men that always got that story about that one
Right.
that let
Yo,
get away.
You should see this. Wilt Chamberlain was talking about that. You know, he was like notoriously.
He was at 1600 some type.
Oh
of
yeah,
shit.
something crazy. He
Yeah.
said he learned that sex was more pleasurable to have sex that many times with one woman than it is to have sex that many times with all these other women. You get what I'm saying? He was like, once he started focusing on being with this one woman, he enjoyed sex more, actually, versus, oh, I got to knock down 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess to each his own, but that's some powerful thinking.
And another thing is other people's standards. Has y'all ever got real good advice from social media?
I seen some
When I
good,
turned it
I
off-
seen some good quotes.
I get some good quotes.
memes.
But have you ever just sat down and got some real good advice?
Not no relationship advice.
No.
Because it seems like men and women are at war.
Very.
They
You ain't
are.
gonna get no.
It's like they
You're not
hate
gonna
each
get good relationship
Very much
advice
so.
from social media because the algorithm is pushing whatever you like. If you start watching this toxic stuff, it's gonna
That's
keep
all you
popping
gonna
up,
see,
and
yep.
all of a sudden you got this idea of this relationship stigma. Or this is how it should be, or whatever. But the algorithm just been feeding you what you already.
But that's if you weak minded,
interested
because
in.
it could turn into something good though. Like if it pushed that to you and then you realize this is something that you don't want.
Yeah.
Then
And
it
you
can
stop
turn-
watching it, right? Like you could get the opposite effect. Like, nah, I ain't gonna follow that advice. Like this nigga tripping.
So I mean,
Well,
it
she
could give you
crazy.
some advice if you. It depends on how you take
I
it.
feel like it's
guess.
the wrong place to go for that advice, though.
Right.
The wrong
Mhm.
place because they gonna feed you whatever you looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Every
If you,
time.
if you want to justify cheating, there's gonna be enough posts to tell you that it's okay to be out there running wild.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you are trying to better yourself and you start watching that type of content, it's gonna feed you that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's the right place, DJ, to go for relationship advice.
Absolutely not.
Well, like
I
social
call my uncle or somebody.
You
know
can talk
what
to
I mean?
somebody
Or
with some wisdom.
Yeah, somebody done been through it.
Yeah.
Like, teach me. 'Cause
Yeah.
This stuff they putting out on social media now.
People that's
no, sir.
married.
Right.
Because on social media,
Successful, like
Successful
real
marriages.
marriages,
Yes.
not them paper marriages.
Right, them real
Well,
marriages.
see,
They
but
done been
also
through
a
some
failed marriage
stuff.
can help too because they
Yeah,
can tell you
what
where they
not
went
to
wrong
do.
too.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true
What
too.
not to do. That's
I mean,
true.
it's just you have to take that type of information from everywhere you get. You should just be able to learn, like pick up on stuff. Like I
Yeah.
feel like along the way, life is your best teacher.
It
So
is.
you've seen different things in life where this was bad. Okay, I don't know about this. This is good. Okay, I like how that looks. You have to work all
Right.
those things out
That's
to your
true.
own self.
That's true. Once you get to that level and you can tell this from that, there's some people who don't filter through that stuff though. They take whatever come to them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. You know what I'm saying? And mess up their whole relationship.
And then life will teach them.
Right.
They gonna
Some
learn.
You know
people
what I'm
never
saying?
learn.
No.
Then
Sometimes
one day-
life
then
don't
saw
teach
something
you.
on Facebook. Oh, I should treat her like this, and go try that with your woman,
Yeah.
and mess up the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
the fear of this is paralyzing the women. After a heartbreak, they finally start recognizing themselves again. And the fear of getting back out there, they see the risk not being worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got out there and got their ass towed up. They didn't know who they was.
Mm-hmm.
They finally got away from it,
Mm-hmm.
found out who they are again, and damn it, I can't risk it.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what happens? You get old, you buy a cat, and your cat like, damn, I'm the only one you got.
No, did she buy another?
Right.
that is paralyzing. Cause I understand the hurt. I understand the pain. And I understand you hated that version of yourself.
Yeah.
But now you got it back. You got your swag back. You got your energy back. You killing every aspect of what you want to do now. You're focused in. And so many people are so focused in on their career and their goals. When the ultimate goal, why wouldn't the ultimate goal be the find the person of your life, your dreams? Why is that not high up on your list? And I think it's because when you was a little girl, like y'all know that feeling. Like I'm probably sure y'all don't know that feeling, but like back then the day, it was shameful to go to prom by yourself. You had to have somebody because you look crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
What happened to that energy? Now it's prideful to be alone.
Now some of them pulling up at the prom trying to bag something. Now, like, I'm going by myself because I'm gonna leave with something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Because
you can't get in that stage of fear to where you gonna miss out on great things because you don't want to be hurt anymore. Why can't that situation be that situation?
Once you done been, I mean, I can speak from my own experience.
Yeah.
Once you done been through some things within some hurtful, traumatic things in a relationship, and you get out of it and you get yourself back to where you want to be and you're feeling better, you don't want to risk that for nothing. You don't want to risk that. You don't want to take the chance of getting with somebody who fumbles you again. They don't support you, because it takes a lot of work. When you at the bottom and you feeling low, it takes a lot of work to build yourself back up. And you just don't want to risk that for just anybody to come in and screw you up and get you, off.
And that's what I'm saying. Why is women not accepting mediocre? What is it? Mediocre? Being mediocre. They won't accept being mediocre in their finances, their career. But why would you accept that in your love life? Why would you stay content and be mediocre in your love life?
But some people ain't trying to have a lot of bodies, though. You know what I mean? If you think about it, she don't want to just jump out there just to be out there.
Let a job come with a better offer. They getting the fuck out of there.
That's different.
No, it's your priorities are different. That's why you say it's different.
I'm talking about, like, emotionally or physically attaching yourself.
If you telling me that's different and it's more important, why would you want to be mediocre in something that's even more important than that?
No, I feel like a person, if a woman wants marriage or if she wants a relationship, then yes, she should give her all to excel at that, right? Don't just be defeated because the last one didn't work out. But at the same time, don't go jumping back into the lake of fire again after you done got burnt.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
maybe
I feel
she
like
gotta
when
heal.
Yeah, I about to say once she healed, you have to like.
No, I'm not talking about the people that heal. I'm talking about they paralyzed by once they do heal.
Or
they don't want to risk it.
I'm saying that's still, you're not all the way healed. You're not exercising. How do you even know that you healed?
Right.
If you didn't jump back out there, how do you
right.
know?
Right. You ain't healed until you. Yeah, you damn right. The first good point you done made.
Go ahead.
It sounded like you stole my shit.
He wasn't ready. No. He wasn't
You right.
ready.
How do you know you
your
healed?
expectations of me is you always you think
Mother, I should put that on you. I should put that on you.
I caught that, but go ahead. When you brought that career up, I heard that. Go ahead. I heard the shots. Go ahead.
That's right. But why be mediocre in your love life? Why would you excel at everything but that? No, I'm cool with being by. Why is being a single parent something you want?
You can't be good at everything, though.
Huh?
Like, maybe they just ain't good at that. Maybe that just ain't their thing.
Not trying and being good at it is different. They find a piece of peace and they hold on to it as if that's an illusion too.
Got that right. I'm holding on to my piece of peace I got. Yeah, right.
No,
A piece is holding on to peace is an illusion. Yo.
I can't speak for the ladies, but you know how important peace is.
It's an illusion,
especially nowadays, though, bro. Like,
peace
boy,
is
you get that peace, you better.
You cannot control it.
You got to be able to get back to
it's illusions.
though.
You can't hold on to it.
But some
even if
people-
your love life is good, you can have a close family member that passed. Your peace is shattered. Yeah. These things are happiness and peace. They're ebb and flow. You cannot just keep them. I don't give a damn how much control you think you have.
You can keep peace.
How?
You can keep peace.
That's a lifelong pursuit. You can be peaceful every day.
And you can keep joy.
You can choose
just because
peace.
you go through certain things. You might go through a death of the family member, or you might not have a good day. You still have peace. Because when you have peace, the way you respond, how you handle it will be different.
Mm-hmm.
You see women lose their child to like a bullshit death, and they're shattered. The same good, caring, loving, peaceful woman is now shattered. Peace is not for you to hold on to. Like you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days.
It's something to strive for.
It's
real,
definitely
though.
something to strive for, but it's not. It's not the end. This life comes with suffering.
It do. That's where our lessons come from.
I have bad days, but I still got peace. Even like, say if the day is a bad day, I still got peace.
Okay, is that peace better than love?
For right now,
ain't no way.
It depends. Like, remember when you was a kid?
Ain't nothing better than love.
And you played in the sandbox?
Nah,
by
peace
yourself.
Better than love.
You remember
peace
playing in the sandbox by yourself as a kid, right?
Right.
Some people are meant to be in that sandbox. Some people play better by themselves.
We're not designed to be by ourselves.
So if you got
not
to come
everybody,
home
but
every
some
day,
people are meant to be.
If you come home every day and y'all arguing, y'all clashing, y'all can't get along, but you love the person.
Mhm.
You rather sit there and come home every day. You always argue. It's never good. It's just always.
But if you
argument.
That's
that person,
one-sided
you're gonna
love.
go and find
Right.
like you're gonna be able to find peace in that situation. Like
Right.
you're gonna figure out a way to how we gonna fix this.
Somebody
Because I
ain't
love
loving
you. Yeah,
properly.
I love you. So let's make this a peaceful place. For
Yeah, because you
both of
can't
us.
argue with nobody all the time.
Well,
that
I love you enough to let you go.
I don't even know
That
people.
If
I don't
all
even know
we
people.
doing is fussing and fighting,
That
and it's a
part.
problem,
Wait,
I
hold
love
on.
you enough to
That's
let you go
right.
on about your business.
So you
That's
telling me,
right.
like, if you like being in love with me, I can't stay mad at my woman. Like, I can't go days like people do
yeah, that's
and
painful.
be
That's
Yeah.
toxic.
and be mad.
Some people do.
It take
though.
more energy to stay mad
Yeah, some people
than
do.
to make up and fix
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It take more energy to hold on to that anger and them issues.
Yeah.
So do you think the risk is not worth it? Because I don't think nothing is better than love.
For the right person. The right person.
But how would you
But
get
yo,
out there? Because everybody
When you
is.
talking about
hit 'em with
love
a cheek.
though, but
What is
DJ,
everybody?
DJ,
What's everybody when you first meet them?
Oh, representative.
Absolutely.
yeah, on the surface, yo. But you saying love though, like
That's the most powerful
it's
shit
not
in the world.
just love from another person though, man. If you saying love is the most powerful thing, like it's so many ways to
and
have
you gotta
love
have more
and
than
to
just
find
love.
love. It's not just being dependent on another person for love. You gotta love yourself.
Give
Yeah.
me something better to fight for.
You got to have more than just love when it comes to relationship.
Give me one thing better to fight for.
The love,
Then love
Right.
your child.
That's because you
Still
love
love.
them.
your
You
peace.
can't find nothing.
Yeah. Your peace.
Your
Your
peace.
Your peace don't give a.
You-
If
you
your
can-
child is
Yeah.
hungry, you working
I
this
can't-
job
I
and you're
can't-
happy
I had to
with
give
it,
him a piece
you'll
of
go
food.
work at a bullshit
If I'm-
job
if I'm
to make
married-
sure
if
that
I'm
child
married,
is
I couldn't-
okay.
We couldn't love each other.
Your
like,
peace
if ain't
wouldn't
no peace
matter.
in the household.
Huh?
Nah.
No, if your child was starving and you love your job, but it's not paying enough, you will go take a bullshit job that you hate because of love.
No, that shit is still
Nah,
my
I just
peace.
go get a
It's fucking
part-time
with my kid. It will fuck with my peace. I ain't happy. If my child going hungry and shit, that's my peace. It ain't just about love.
No,
that's
no.
my peace. I can't
You-
be sane.
Parents go all out for the sake of their children. Don't nobody want to work extra. You do that shit to make sure they have a great life.
Well,
They
some,
do
That's
that-
love.
No. They do that for their peace too because
Nigga, ain't no peace at working on
gonna be in
extra
shambles if you
somebody,
can't
some
pay them
people might
motherfucking
got a
bills.
piece of ass
What?
on that job.
If you can't pay
They
them
ain't even
bills,
think about the kid. They
you
trying
ain't
to
gonna
get to
be- you ain't
work
gonna be at
for that
peace.
piece of ass.
what happened?
Said some
You
people
know,
might got a
mother-
piece of
trying to get
ass
to
on
they
the
work
job.
wife.
You talking about I
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
feed
they
my
wanna get the
kids
fuck
like
away from the
nah,
house
nigga,
anyway.
you gotta feed that thrill. Be
That's true,
real
too.
with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel you though, DJ. Love is very important, and
I don't
you gotta
think
have
that's
it. But
though.
I don't think you should be dependent on love from another person. Though.
No.
I want to say
I
this
feel
to
like
the-
that's.
I mean, but even with peace within, it's still love for yourself.
You gotta
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
yourself
You
first.
gotta
Have
love you.
that.
I don't think you should be dependent on love from another person for your happiness.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to give a shout out because I don't think that they don't get this enough. I want to give a shout out to all the trap babies out there. You know, you the child that your mama had because you know your dad had money. You know, so you was pretty much an investment. I know y'all don't get the love y'all deserve because you know you won't birthed out of love.
You said investment.
You was an investment. And I'm here to tell you I love you. Don't walk around with that. Trauma is not to be
Your
held
daddy
on
might
to.
be mad
So
at
if you
you
was a
though.
crack baby, you was love. She
I
love
say
your daddy.
trapped.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying like you said trap.
You know how women trap rich guys and have babies by them? They don't never get the shout out. They
But
don't
why
never
you
get love.
just stopping it there? Because
But hold
listen,
on.
I love my third baby to death, but he definitely was a trap baby. That
A
baby
trap or
was-
accident?
No, he wasn't no accident. That man knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to get me pregnant.
You
Keep
can't
that
can't
baby.
blame
trap
that man.
you.
Yes, he can.
Man can't
yes,
trap
he
you.
can.
Oh,
If I tell
it's
you
your
the
body,
full
your
scenario-
choice.
My body, my choice.
Choice.
No, no.
Yep.
I didn't
Yep.
find
Some
out
things
I
be
was
doing
no,
something.
I didn't
Was it
find
rape?
out I was pregnant
Was it rape?
until
Did he
That's-
rape you?
that's the
December.
Don't
mystery.
sound like it.
It didn't,
You know,
I didn't find out I was pregnant.
I ain't
until,
trying
like,
to get
December,
into
then
your
had that
personal
baby in
business,
April.
but was it rape?
Well, you
Like,
could
was it
you could went
forced?
to the
Was
clinic.
it-
No.
No, I couldn't.
No.
No,
I was doing
well,
when I-
that ain't no trap.
That's a good question.
That
Can't
sounds-
you
So
kill a man
was
trap
drinking
him?
and everything.
Yeah,
That
man
sounds
can't
like
trap
a
woman.
mutual
How the hell
understanding.
you know?
I didn't know I was pregnant. I was like working out all the time.
You didn't get trapped, player.
Yes, I did.
You know
Let
that
me tell you.
nigga.
First woman in
No,
Houston to get
uh-uh.
strapped.
You know he went there raw dog.
Fuck
You know,
it,
no
fuck it.
contraception.
Was it
whatever
the
you
left
want.
leg
I
up?
came home. I
He
came
went
Was
there
it
home.
raw
the shower
dog.
scene?
I
Hey,
came
hold, wait,
home
let
drunk.
us
Which
We were
room
both-
did you get
we
trapped
were both
in?
Hold on,
sleeping in 2 separate rooms at the time. I went in the room with the bathroom. He was already loading up the clip before I came out. He kept asking for it. I was like, here, nigga. You want it so bad, here.
Here what?
And then
What- what-
after what, he kept asking for some ass. So I'm like, all right, here, fuck it, since you want it so bad. And then we did something. But
So
like,
that's all it takes.
no. As
So
soon as
that's
he
it.
got, no.
I'm learning some
wait,
games. So
no,
all the
wait.
nigga gotta do is keep asking.
Wait, no, because
That
like
nigga
once he
excited.
did it, like after I said
How many
it, I
times you
said,
gotta ask?
Huh?
Consistent.
No,
How
that
mu-
was once. That was the last time we
Oh,
did anything.
what?
That was the
Yeah.
one time we did anything, and that's how I said I was
Oh,
trapped.
she basically said he
I
was
said,
pumping the
here,
gun.
Yeah, I said here. Go. I said since you want it so bad, he got in there, and then I was like, I can't even do this with your stupid ass. 'Cause I couldn't believe he was going to go through with it. So I got up
Him?
thinking I was good. I thought I was good.
How
So
you
I'm
thought
like,
you were good? You know that man better than you? What the
no,
hell?
I didn't. I did
So
not
he-
know.
Ugh.
No, I
He
did
didn't
not
know
know
that.
because no, he
Oh,
really
hell
didn't.
no.
When I tell you this was his plan, because right after it happened, he went and
So
told
I'm
my
trying to
family
figure
I
this.
was
So he-
pregnant.
So he
So
hit
that's
it.
how I
His
knew
thing
this
just get up.
man.
All right.
Oh, you gotta listen to this. This shit don't make sense.
Hey,
That's how he
Hey,
knew.
Smith.
That's what he was
I
doing.
get what she's saying.
Nah,
about-
hell no.
How you
Smith.
walk away with
Hold on, let me
Smith,
finish.
so he got up and pulled his pants on.
No,
All right, good night.
let me finish. I get what she's saying about it was premeditated that he was going to get you
He
pregnant.
probably planned.
No matter what he had to do, he was going to get you pregnant. Like that was his goal.
Yes.
But it was still 50-50 on how it
Just
happened.
like when a girl get pregnant by an athlete. it's
No,
still
because
50-50.
women are lying to their
It's
birth
Listen.
still
control.
50-50.
They'll say they lying,
But
birth
y'all
control.
know
I
how
ain't
birth
trying to
control.
be
Y'all
in your
got the same
business.
information about
But
birth
look,
control.
I
as
ain't
women
trying
do.
to be in your business or call you out. Nothing
It's
like
because you
that.
ain't taking.
All I'm saying was you wanted some dick that night.
Me
No, I
to
didn't.
me.
Because you
No, I
would have
didn't.
not got no
Because-
dick
no.
if you didn't want no dick.
He won't in there. He won't in
Smith.
there.
And
that
that's
long,
why
that's
you
why I
was
didn't
mad
feel
and
like-
disappointed.
No, he
Because
still
if he
couldn't
had
win.
gotten there and did his business, okay,
Me-
go back to your
She
room
wanted
now. I'm
me
gonna go back to
me.
mine.
That man,
We got
you-
what we
you
needed
coulda said
tonight.
no to that man if you
I
wanted to.
said it no 1,000 times, and then I was just like, here, because then I went to see how far he was.
But
gonna
it's
go.
not like a piece
And
of
then
chicken. Like
after
here,
he-
had the
I
food.
mean, shit, I
No.
thought he would have been turned off, honestly.
Right.
And
good.
then when
Get you a piece of
he
evil
when we finally like got in there, I was like, I ain't even finna do this with you. Like it literally was like a lay down for a few, like just lay there for a second, and then it's like,
A
get off of me.
second?
Like I literally was that
You know
fast.
what that sound like?
I
Bullshit.
It sound like them dudes
No.
that I don't know how she got pregnant, man. You know, but pre-cum will get you pregnant. Man, you
Yeah,
bust on
dumbass.
that
You
nigga.
know you
Nah,
did it.
nigga.
You let it go.
Pre-cum.
Is
Yeah,
that a
dumbass.
word? Is that do they even?
You know,
anybody
pre-cum
ever
will get her
seen-
pregnant. Nigga, you bust all in that shit.
Has anybody ever seen pre-cum? Like when do it come?
I guess it's supposed to be that
Randomly.
leakage. But then you
What
go to the
leakage,
doctor.
nigga?
That's what
What
they
you
got
talking about?
leakage, nigga.
Like what's leaking?
You never seen pre-com?
It ain't no such thing.
You
Like,
just ain't never been down
I
there.
don't think
I
so.
mean, I don't want to put it out there.
No, I'm just
I
saying.
ain't never
Oh,
been
the
leaking
woman
like
is
that.
pre-coming. You mean she's
Y'all.
pre-coming?
No, y'all be freaking out.
Nah, I
It be
ain't.
like,
No.
yes, it do.
Nah.
Y'all just not down there. Y'all never been face to face with a dick before, so you just.
But it's called.
Correction.
You right about
That's
that.
the right. That's the
But
best
it's
thing
called,
she said.
But it's called.
That's true.
I don't
Pre
think
Two things
ejaculation.
I gotta
do.
It is pre
it's,
cum.
it's
And it's
some
just
type
not
of
enough.
discharge or
It's not
something,
enough
but, like,
semen in there to usually get a female pregnant,
That's
but
some
it
weird
is
shit,
pre-ejaculation.
man.
All right. I need to be.
You stay-
Hey, I need to be serious about this because I left this out when it came to the trauma. So I really want. I want to give time
trying
to
to
think
get
about
it
this.
in.
We gotta stop holding on to trauma. I heard black people say we're breaking generational curses. Then we say that and then still embody the victimhood of slavery. That is a generational curse. You can't break a generational curse and then embody the victimhood of slavery. If you want to get over something, you can't be a victim of it no more. And we're talking from a standpoint where we never were victims. So it should be a lot easier for this generation to break that generational curse of being a victimhood to slavery. Because you can't keep saying that shit and then you say, no, but we some you know how white folks treated us? I ain't never seen a slave.
So you on your
Oh, they
Kanye
dead. All them
slavery
slaves
of choice,
dead.
Huh?
I say you on your Kanye.
Kanye
of
told the
choice.
truth, and motherfuckers just
I
didn't like how
told
he
y'all
said
that.
it.
He
Slavery
been saying
was a
that shit.
choice. It really was. Only thing about it was you had fucked up choices: slavery or death. Some of the Africans chose death by jumping off the boat. That wasn't a choice. Like if slavery was not a choice, then the lady Harriet Tubman wouldn't exist because she thought slavery was a choice too.
She chose not to be one.
Yeah.
She thought it was not a choice, right? And she chose not to be one. So I don't know if he just got a bad way of delivering shit, but all these people that jumped off the boat, Nat Turner that fought back, all of them believe that slavery was a choice.
I agree with that when he said it the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't
mean,
have an
I ain't saying
opinion on it.
it's not.
Honestly, I don't have an opinion on it.
I ain't saying it on a horrible time like
I mean, it's
for black
insensitive,
folks.
for
Yeah,
sure,
it's insensitive.
because
I
the
just
options, like you
want,
said, the options weren't that
you know,
great.
I'm just grateful and thankful that we weren't born in them times. Like,
Me too.
But it's I'm sorry.
They jump
No, I'm just
motherfuckers every
saying.
day. They jump people every day.
yeah,
They could have
like,
jumped somebody if they wanted to.
Yeah, I wouldn't, wish that on a worse enemy. You know what I'm saying? To be born into slavery, but the trauma from it is economically for black people.
Black people.
African Americans. Like you started from nothing. They promised them 40 acres and a mule and didn't give them that. You know what I'm saying? Even
trying to get them
then,
their reparations.
right?
How
So
could a former slave, act like them duping them was some major? You was a slave.
You really
for
believe they were
400
gonna give
years,
you that?
and you really gonna give me this shit? No.
They didn't have nothing much else to believe.
Yeah.
You just took the chains off me. Now you gonna give me
But
a mule too? First of all, I'm kind of skeptical about this shit.
Yeah.
So I'm free.
But see, the generational curse, a lot of it now is that our people aren't becoming financially literate to break those curses. You know what I mean? Like still fathers and mothers passing away and not leaving anything because they haven't taken the basic step of setting up life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Basic stuff like that is why those curses continue, because what's going to happen to this child who lost a parent and has to go through life
I feel like now
never having the means to like take care of themselves or to get ahead in life.
I get back then, but I feel like now it's too many outlets for you not to learn something.
Right.
But I also think slavery, although yes, it was a choice, but it still lingers on. The effects from it still lingers on within our community today. If you look at it, our culture as Black people is built on trauma. That's why we have so much trauma. Our culture, our ethnicity, Black people, it was built on trauma, slavery. And even when you look at the things that we watch, Black movies and stuff, all of that stuff is trauma-based. The music that we listen to is trauma-based. All we doing, we watching this stuff, we hearing, and we re-traumatizing ourselves over and over.
So who is on to
I don't know though, because I can listen to that music. That shit don't do nothing to me.
But
maybe not
you.
Maybe not
There's
you.
a lot of weak-minded people out here, though.
Yeah.
They really believe what they're hearing.
Yeah.
And go do what they
absolutely.
hearing that somebody else doing.
Don't
understand. And not realize sometimes them rappers, they ain't even really living that life. They're not even doing those things.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's
and this,
entertainment.
Yeah.
And this will cripple. I know it's people out here just like this. Your insecurities will paralyze you.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Your insecurities paralyze you. And this is, I'm going at a different angle. Some people find love, and they were so insecure that they got it. Now they have fear of losing it. Do you understand? He or she, you will lose that person to death at some point. So enjoy what you have now. Appreciate what you got. Because I've seen situations where they in love so much that they're afraid this feeling
it ain't real.
Is going to go.
Yeah.
So they're threatened by every woman, every time you go out, every time you do this, every time you do that. Because they think the worst, you're going to leave me. Now, this could be based off trauma where somebody did leave you. But at some point, we all got to go. So why not enjoy who you love right now?
We said love is like a butterfly, right?
Yeah.
You hold it too tight, you'll crush it. If you hold it too loose, it'll fly away.
Yeah.
So like,
That's
it's got to be a balance. You know what I mean? Like holding on and appreciating the person, but also giving them room to be who they are.
Yeah.
At
Hell
the same
yeah.
time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna end it with this one. This one is paralyzed. I want to know. When it comes to the dating game, do children paralyze you?
Yeah.
Do your stepdad,
Okay, yeah.
do the stepfather have to love your child?
What?
It-
I'm asking you, do he have to
Not
love your
Not
child?
initially, but if he move in
Yeah,
and
he
after a
might.
while,
He
Hold
respect
on.
and
you
do.
Didn't say the boyfriend, bro. You said
The husband.
stepdad.
or the
Right.
husband,
Right.
Yeah, he do. Yeah.
Bro,
you gotta
know-
accept
You in
everything
there.
that
Yeah,
comes
you
with her.
step
You in
stepped
there
into that
already.
role, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
You are stepdad.
I get what
You
you're
know what I
saying.
mean? Like
What if he
this
do
your
for
child now.
do all this? Do he have to love him?
You can't make
Why would you sign up
nobody-
for some shit?
You know
that
what I mean? You
can't
can't
make
force
nobody love it,
nobody
yeah.
to love
Then you gonna
nobody.
be
But you
happy.
can tell if they do.
But you a weak nigga if you don't love that
Yeah.
child and you take that responsibility.
Do you
You
love
step
that
And
into
nine
woman
that.
times out of
enough?
10, a man ain't gonna provide for someone that he don't love or care
Facts.
for in
Absolutely
some
right.
form.
Facts.
It depends. That pussy might be good. He might just want, you know what I'm saying? Whatever come with it. You know what I mean? Like I take them kids, I take them burdens, them problems, them bills, everything. It's some men out here like that too. They just so
that's-
caught up
Tender
on the
dicks.
physical
Call 'em
aspect
tender
and want
dicks.
that pussy so bad. Whatever come with it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
And I-
saying? He might not love that kid.
And
But
I-
he love what made that kid though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I seen women like he ain't gotta love him. I seen this before, but
That's
he gotta
her,
respect.
and she fucking weak for that.
And
He
she-
no
Yeah,
no.
why would
I
she
love
say
him.
that?
I love my child, but
Yeah.
she
She
said that
weak for that.
what did she say?
Yes.
The long as he respect and do, I'm okay with that.
He ain't gonna respect
Well-
that he don't love.
Yeah, you can respect
No.
a lot of people you don't love.
You shouldn't want any and everybody just doing for your kids.
Yeah.
though.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
what example are you setting for
Yeah.
them? You know what I mean? Like they just should accept whatever
And-
just to have something.
All right. Now, what happens when women come in, and I've seen this from men too. But my child come first.
No, if
Before
y'all
what?
married, the husband come first.
That's if
you
y'all
married-
married.
the
your
Y'all
child
husband
come
still
before
boyfriend
what?
and girlfriend. I don't care
Husband.
what the fuck you talking
Come
about.
on, man. You know what I mean? You making sense. How the kid gonna come before the husband? The kid about to pay the
You
bills.
see that? You see that on TikTok with this
I've
girl say, "I serve my
I've seen-
child first." Like I serve the child the food first.
Who paying the bill?
You know who paying the bill?
Right. The food that you feeding the child. Who bought that?
Yeah, I brought the bacon home.
Come on, and he finna eat. You better get in line. Sit at the end of the table. We'll eat at the same time. How about that?
Man, I used to love walking in people like older couples' houses, and I walk in and everybody know. Don't sit in that damn chair right there.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I love that dynamic. Or
Yeah.
somebody sitting at the head of the table, or you can't sit down unless the woman sit. You know what I'm saying? Like they had this.
Respect.
They had a real respect.
Fabulous.
Now I don't remember the last time I opened the door for my lady.
You sorry.
Oh, wow.
I swear you sorry.
Like, get your ass in this car. Yeah, we waiting.
That's that relationship comfortability.
No,
You
but
know
I'm
what I'm
saying,
saying?
I
You
need
start
to
getting
work on that
comfortable.
shit.
Like, man, get in the car.
How many times have you
Matter of
opened
fact,
the
you
door?
stay at the house. I'm gonna go and get it myself. You don't even got to come with me. That's when you
Like-
get real comfortable.
I do. You still walk. I walk closest to the road.
You do shit like that.
I ain't put my jacket down for you to step on my shit in a puddle. That shit ain't
That's
happening.
that LL Cool J dumb shit. That dumb ass.
You're jingling, babe. Hey, but
But
I
do-
think
But I'm saying, do kids paralyze y'all dating lives? Like, has it ever affected it? Because I know you don't now vet for yourself. You have to now look at the qualities of what this man could be as a dad.
As a man, I have my girls. I don't let too many people around them. Like if it ain't nothing serious. Like
That's
I don't,
get
but
paralyzed.
tell
You,
the
It
truth.
does.
They don't
It
paralyze
don't
me.
paralyze him though, because girls gonna like that. You know what I mean? Females are gonna be attracted to how you carry
I just
your
like
daughters.
we always had this conversation. like I really feel like that. Like I don't like because what if it don't work out? I ain't got time for them to be introducing, learning people. Like you know, what I'm
And a
saying?
real woman gonna respect that.
Yeah.
They gonna be like, you know,
But how do you get past that fear?
what of somebody?
Because
As I get to know you,
damn
like-
how
Yeah.
that still could not work out. Like you can do good and it still won't.
I mean,
work.
But
it
it
ain't no
come with time.
guarantees,
It
but
come with
he's
time.
giving
You
himself
can't
the
just right
best.
off the
cho-
bat.
Yeah, it come
You're
with
giving
time.
yourself the best
Yeah.
chance of success.
do y'all realize that if you're single parents, something didn't work out and you had a child by somebody?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that same thing can happen.
Oh, that's cool.
You've been married. It can happen.
Yeah, but some
But
people,
it
No,
come-
but you're
was that
saying,
not time?
how would you
Was that
get
not time?
past?
Did it
I
have-
don't feel like introducing them if it ain't gonna work out. How would you know that?
It's
It's
not
time.
that. It's
How would you know it
exactly,
would work
it's
out?
time.
But there's a-
you
there's
can
Oh, you
a-
said you talking
Yeah.
about the time
Yeah,
frame?
it's
you
of-
can't
okay.
just be
I mean, there's a
introducing-
faction. Yeah, there's a faction of people who just don't want to date nobody with kids at all.
Yeah.
And
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's their prerogative. That's their choice. But then you got other people who love kids.
Yeah.
And you got people who can't have kids of their own and they want somebody.
Want
with
somebody,
kids.
yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What'd you
please
say?
give me a child to love.
And you like me being a mother, like you can't just introduce everybody to your child. Like that's one thing I don't play. I don't believe in as a woman, as you know, you bring different men in and out your house.
That's just
Because
hard.
then that shows your daughter what type of woman she thinks she should be loose and be around different men. I don't agree with that. But also
How do you get to that? Like, I understand you don't agree with it. How do you get to, okay, I feel comfortable with him?
within time, like with my last relationship, we probably dated for like a good 3 to 4 months before he was actively like really around my daughter, like where we started all doing stuff together.
Okay.
You know, it takes time, but I do agree with you that sometimes having a child, it does paralyze you, because one way I could tell that it paralyzes me is I'm so afraid that I might choose the wrong person, and what if they do something to my child?
Yeah, these
What if they
pedophiles on the
hurt
loose
my
out here,
child?
you
There's
know?
some sick
And if my
motherfuckers out
child
here,
is
man.
hurt by that,
Absolutely.
that's something I got to live with. And I'm not
Right.
going to be able to live with it knowing that my child was hurt because of the person I picked to
You
bring
gonna end
into
up
our
killing-
lives.
See, me,
Yeah,
that's how I
killing
feel.
somebody.
Yeah.
Me having daughters,
You know what I mean?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying on that end over there. Because I like, yeah.
You just really got to take your time and get to know people.
And it
You
ain't
got
just
you
the daughters no more. though.
even
Yeah, that's
it's,
what
it's the
I'm
boys
saying.
touched
too.
and
Yeah.
played with too. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
to the
So-
point you got to do background. You think I won't have somebody first and last name and run them through the North Carolina inmate check and learn and put them on to see if they are a registered sex offender? I sure will.
Oh,
You have to
Oh, you
nowadays.
detective now.
You got to. You got to
Yeah.
know who you dealing with.
Right, and there's a lot of apps out there you can have on your phone that'll tell you like predators in
Yeah.
your immediate area.
Yeah,
and
you
things
have
like that.
to.
But like, yeah, you can't just bring in everybody around kids.
Yeah.
But-
So DJ, how would
Unregistered
you
ones.
feel if
People be
like
frauds
a
these
dude beat up your
days.
baby mama in front of your kids?
In
Like,
front of me?
In front of the kids.
You
How
won't
do you-
there,
The baby mama?
Yeah, he beat up in front of
and
your
you
kids.
won't there.
But you ain't touch the kid?
I'm just saying.
Uh-uh.
Like,
I mean, give me more detail.
I'm just saying.
That's
like,
trauma.
Somebody
though,
visit
DJ.
left me.
But DJ,
For that nigga.
So you saying he beat up the baby mama in front of your
the
kids, but he
kids.
didn't do anything to your kids, but he did it in front of your kids.
DJ
Ain't that the same one that left me?
Let me tell you
he
something.
him.
said, "Fuck that bitch."
And my
Beat
kid
up.
straight.
I think that's still
But they got-
because
Not
that's
really.
still
But
traumatized.
It's still traumatized
Boy,
your kids.
boy, you can see how fake I am when I go in the house. He did what?
Y'all come on,
Ah,
get your
y'all
stuff.
come on, get your
Y'all
stuff.
get your stuff. We finna go.
You might want to put some peas on my eye.
But no, that probably would be the
and
best way
I
to
thought
go
you
about
said
it.
you
Just
love
remove
that
your
nigga.
kids.
That
Yeah.
y'all your boy.
But see, that's the thing though. Like,
Daddy,
even-
you
even-
should have
see-
saw
see-
how he would whoop
Hold on.
your
So
mama.
if he do that in front of them, right, and then 9 times out of 10, most women that get their ass whooped, they go back to the dude. So
Right.
then your kids got to go back over there.
Oh, now that's damn.
No,
That's tough.
tell
'Cause I don't
her.
think
The kids staying with me until y'all get y'all situation straight now, because it's not a situation
The law
that
don't
I
work
want
like
my
that though.
child to be a part of.
The law
Yes,
don't work
it
like
It
that.
don't work like that, but that's the
It-
that's the
it
it, we
can.
would
That's a
have,
good start.
we definitely
Yeah.
definitely it would have to I had to do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was asking. Like,
Well,
No,
as long
that's
as he
when-
ain't hit
that's
my
when-
kid.
That's when you start having.
but
these
then they said
custody
they
battles.
crying, daddy. Like,
That's-
like they go to school over here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
is
You
it
gotta
a
go to
court
work.
order
But if
that's
you-
saying
if
that
you
the
that
mama
serious
got
about it-
primary custody through court, because if it ain't no court order, you got just as much
Right.
as right as the mother do. So even if you took the kids,
So
it
they-
ain't
She
like
would
you
have to go
kidnapped
fight
it
that
or
nigga.
So they gonna uproot the
anything.
kids out of their school, all this stuff.
Everything.
If they gotta go
Everything.
through
You
that,
getting
yeah.
homeschooled
yeah,
this month.
it's worth it.
We're gonna
Yeah.
homeschool you for a
Or
month.
you
till
might
we
just
find
have to
you-
make that commute to take
Yeah.
them to school.
Now,
And then your job will tell you, we'll holler at you.
all jokes aside,
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Then your
mean?
job will
That's
say,
a
we'll holler at
tough
you.
one.
Then how you gonna handle that?
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
it's
not
some
going
balance,
to
but
jump
that's
on a
where
nigga.
hopefully you got family.
No,
No,
or
I ain't
friends,
saying jump.
somebody.
I'm saying, how do you handle some shit like that?
You
But-
can't have.
well,
you
it ain't-
can only control what you.
It
control.
ain't his girl no more, is what he's saying. He
Yeah.
like, you know,
She's not under my
that's
protection.
her relationship. But
I get
if
that.
my kids are privy to that, that's a whole different dynamic.
Right, that's different.
I'm gonna have to check them. Like,
Maybe
don't be
beat
doing
up- just
whatever
Then
y'all
what if
got
he beat you
going
up
on.
and
Just maybe beat
y'all
your
keep
ass
that
in the
on
bedroom
camera.
away from the kids.
What if he beat you up to the kid?
Yeah, look.
Now we gonna call him. He beat up both of y'all. How you feel?
Beat up who?
If he beat up you,
Can you-
Ain't gonna be no fair fight though.
Imagine him being respectful, yo. Like,
No.
like he being respectful.
It ain't finna be no fair fight, no way.
Imagine him being respectful to you, right? So like, I got you, brother. I'll make sure. Hey, y'all go in your room.
Right, yeah.
Well,
Me and your mama gotta talk. I don't want to be disrespectful to your dad.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
What kind of nigga
Somebody-
is this? How did I ever choose up with her? Like, what did I ever see in her?
Well,
Like-
this concludes another episode of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. I am Tuck. Follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and share. Go get you some merch from BigMouthBrand.com. And you got anything you want to plug?
Oh yeah, Next Level album on the way. It'll probably
What?
be out by the time y'all see this.
What?
You know, supposed to be April 24th. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So y'all be on the lookout for that.
Next Level. What can I get?
Everywhere. It's gonna be streaming everywhere. You know what I mean? All the platforms. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, everywhere. You know what I
Alright,
mean?
that's what's
YouTube. We got some videos coming too.
Yes, sir.
Jessica, you can follow me on Instagram at _Jess.
Unless you
_
500 pounds,
_.
nigga.
Oh, she don't like them big niggas. She said, you better get on your journey, nigga. She ain't taking no excuses, nigga. Lazy ass.
My bad. Go ahead, play.
like she said,
I just said.
Oh, you already said? Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's on me.
It's on you, player.
You can find me at Mr. Tuck _88 on IG.
well, I want to say happy Autism Awareness Month. So make somebody aware of autism so you can get your kids early intervention.
And I am out.
Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground.